Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Psyche, and today we are going to be playing some Survivor Rank, guys. I don't know if you guys have heard, but recently there has been a new Survivor that's come out, and his name is the Composer, right? He's a guy, first of all, not a girl. He looks like a girl, I know. Composer. This is the newest decoder in the game, besides Prisoner, who was, it still is, a piece of trash garbage. No one should be using him. You guys heard that? No one should be using him. Anyway, Composer. I haven't even logged in and bought him yet. That's how you know how much I care about this new update. Composer. So pretty much, I've looked a little bit into him, and he's really interesting because he's very different from all the decoders. He can basically give himself a boost whenever he wants, every 50 seconds with his ability. But his ability is also used for decoding. So kind of like with Mechanic, how she can body block with herself. I kind of had to wash my face, so now my hair is wet. It's like you're looking fresh. Just like with Mechanic and Body Block, he can kind of use his ability to get a speed bonus. And it says right here that he can only do it 6 times. He actually gets a 7th speed bonus when he uses the ability, and then 6 more times afterwards. So that's how his ability works. It's pretty cool. And you can actually change. I'm going to show all of you guys this right now. Your camera's kind of getting covered by something. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That was the light. That was the light. I have like this light that I can attach to the computer. Like if I turn it off, you guys will see the difference. It's a huge difference maker, but you don't notice it until like I put in some light, and then you're like, "Oh, that was way better." That's what I thought it was. So I want to go a little bit over Composer because what song you play actually matters. I looked into it, and I was practicing how you play the music, and I actually found out that one music gives you faster decode than the other. Now, technically, once you reach 20%, it doesn't matter how many combos you get, and it doesn't matter, how many, because it doesn't matter how many combos you get, because, the max is 20% anyway, faster decode. That's how he works. He's like Lawyer, except he can get that 20% faster than Lawyer. And the thing is, which type of music actually changes how fast you decode, because it doesn't matter how many combos you get, or how many notes you hit, or really how many notes you miss. Well, what it really matters is how fast can you get to 20%, and one song makes you get faster decode than the other. Like the other one, sorry, it doesn't give you faster decode, it makes you reach 20% faster than the other song. And it is harder. I would say it's harder for that reason. Because there are more notes they have to hit. But this is the song right here. Technically, if we're talking about competitive gameplay-wise in terms of being serious, you should not be playing this song. You guys can actually choose which songs you want the composer to play. There's 2 different songs. You can either play this one, if it would play. This one. So this is the this is the really dope song. I really like this one, so I'm actually fine that this is the harder one. And then this is the easier song. This song is actually worse than the other one, because that song gives you less notes in a shorter in the same amount of time than the other song does, which means it's going to take you longer to hit the 20% decode. So I'm going to try to show that to you guys right now. Make sure I have it set up, and I already recorded it. And I'm going to make a guide about this, about Composer. But technically, you can get faster decode with the first song than with the second song. You can actually actively choose that. You can actually choose which song you want, as long as you don't have both active. So we're just going to turn off that one. And I'm going to kind of show you guys kind of like the difference. So we're going to play this first song. And this first song is definitely the harder one, because there are a lot of triple notes in a row. Here's another thing I noticed about Composer. The notes that you get are consistent. You will always get 60 notes after a certain amount of time. What changes is whether it's a red note or a blue note. It doesn't change the location of the note. It only changes what color it is. So the song will never be the same quite, but it will always be in the same spot. So you're always going to have to be doing triple notes in the same spot or something like that. And I might be a little bit rusty here. Because it's been like a few hours since I tried this out. And, did I miss the last one? I wasn't looking at the screen. But anyway, you want to be on level 3, and level 3 will give you the fastest. I might have to concentrate for this. But you guys will see there's way more notes in this first song than in the second one that I'm going to show. And as long as you don't miss any, you should be able to get 20% decode faster. And at the very end of this portion, you should have 60 if you didn't miss any, right here. And after this, you should be almost at 20. I'm not used to this other part as well as I am to the first part. Because the first part is such a banger, you know? I love listening to the first part of the song, and the second part is alright, I guess. Oopsie. I always accidentally get that confused. But anyway, once you hit 20% decode, it actually doesn't matter how many combos you get after that. You do lose 25% if you miss one, I suppose. But after that, you can actually just switch to level 2 once you already have max decode. It doesn't decrease your decode, it just makes it easier. So once you hit 20% decode, you can just switch to level 2. And you don't ever have to go back to level 3. The camera's frozen. Right as I look up. But anyway, that's pretty much what you have to do there is, you only have to play level 3. You guys might be wondering, what's the purpose of level 2 and level 3 if they could both give you the same decode? Level 3 will give you more notes in a shorter amount of time, so that you can reach that 20% decode faster. Don't use level 1, because otherwise you'll only get 17.5% faster decode. 1 second, let me check something. Alright, we're all good. So that's the thing with the level 2, is that you do have to be you could do it once you have 20% decode, but until you have 20% decode, I recommend you guys practice level 3. And even when I have faster decode already, it's still a lot of fun practicing it. Such a banger. Oopsie, I missed one. But anyway, that's kind of what you want to do with this survivor. And once you get better, you can actually you can manage, if you can. Again, it's really hard talking and playing and looking around at the same time. But it's gonna be a lot easier once you take out the streaming portion. So it's gonna be a lot easier for you guys than it is for me. But pretty much, I do want to talk about some other things with this survivor. First of all, right here, you guys can see right there. I can actually see where the hunter is without looking. I've seen one person say they're gonna run cold on this guy because they want to know which direction the hunter's coming from. You don't need to run cold. It tells you which direction the hunter is. You guys see that red arrow right there on the side of the screen? That tells me exactly where the hunter is, so I don't even need cold. On top of that, cold only triggers if the hunter is looking at me. Alright, but that triggers even if the hunter isn't looking at me. So it's pointless to run cold. For the one person that said, I'm not going to mention your name. Please take off cold. Now that I'm able to play composer and I can actively see that you don't need cold, please take off cold. It's just wasting 5-10 points. Well, it's only wasting 5 because, you know, everyone's already running the right side of the persona tree for survivors, so it only took you 5 extra points. It's still a waste though. Cold is a really bad trait to carry. You should anyway be looking back. Using that arrow is not reliable. It doesn't really update quick enough. But anyway, that's this survivor. And again, once you get 20% decode, you can just switch to level 2, and you don't need to ever play level 3 again. But it's all about that beginning. And now, you know what? Now I'm gonna do the other song. The other song is easier, but it gives you less notes in the same amount of time, which means it's gonna take you longer to hit 20% decode. So there's that. So do be careful about that, guys. There is a difference what song you play. It does matter. Real quick, this might, I don't know. Okay, on this iPad it's slightly different. That's so weird. On my regular iPad it's I have to have plus 0.6. That's very interesting. So you guys, before you play Composer, make sure you guys calibrate this. This could be the reason why you're not hitting any notes, or why you might be having to hit notes later or earlier than it shows up on the line. Because there's this calibration thing. And you have to listen for the noise, right, as it crosses the line. It might be... Yeah, it's still 0.6 on this iPad, right? Yeah, it's still 0.6. And you can turn off the sound effect for every time you hit a calibration. You don't need to. I kind of like it, because sometimes it matches with the music. We can't play Composer in rank. Composer just released yesterday. But there are some things I picked up on about Composer. I will have a video out. I know I said I would have a video about the personas. I'll have a video about Composer as well, eventually, this month sometime. But yeah, that's Composer for you. It doesn't matter which song you play, just to be able to reach 20% deco faster. After that, you can switch to level 2, and it doesn't matter how many combos you get. Not at all, unless you just want to do it for swag points. But anyway, yeah, now we're going to go on to the Survivor rank portion. Alright, Mama is here. Wow, guys, would you look at that? Mama is here. Where is she? I can't find her. Someone sent me a message. No custom? Dude, I don't even know what that emoji is supposed to be. Why do people type in Discord emojis? Come on, Skeletor. I'm not going to be able to translate that. It's like translating another language at this point. Alright. Claim my stuff. Say hi to Mama. We can rank with Mammoth 4. Yes. Can we? No, we can't, but you can try. I'm waiting for the day to be proven wrong. It's just a theory. In my experience, I've noticed that anything below 5 tiers you cannot play with anymore. So for example, I'm pretty sure we would be able to play with a Mammoth 3, but I don't think we would be able to play with a Mammoth 4. But every time I'm curious, I would still invite them just to see. I don't think you can. It really depends how many tiers are in Mammoth. I only compare it to tiers with 5 tiers with 5 sub tiers within them. So Griffin you can be anywhere from Griffin 5 to 1, Alicorn 5 to 1. So it's really easy to compare. It's really hard to compare for stuff like Mammoth if there isn't a tier 5. I'm pretty sure Mammoth has tier 5, right? Tier 5 Mammoth. But yeah, try it out then. But yeah, in my experience, 25 stars or more is the general rule. Of course, you might be 29 stars in difference, or you might be like, you guys might be like 25 stars exactly and you won't be able to play. It really depends on the tier. So even with Titan, you can't just be Titan and play with another Titan. If you're 5 sub tiers of Titan away from another Titan, and I know it sounds weird because Titan doesn't have sub tiers, or neither does Champion. But I guess Champion kind of does because at 25 stars you become Titan. You can't, as Titan 25 stars, you can't play with someone who's Titan 55 stars. Not a lot of people know that. Just because you're Titan doesn't mean you can play with any Titan. You have to be within 5 sub tiers. So every sub tier is 5 stars. So from 25 to 29, 30 to 34, 35 to 39 is 3, 40 to 44, and then 45 to 49. Oh, I guess if you're 50 Titan, you would already not be able to play with someone who's Titan 25. Or Titan 29 for that matter, because that's still in the same sub tier. So anywhere between 21 stars and 25 stars, not from 25 to 29. You're not able to play with someone. But yeah, or is it from 22 stars through 25? I don't remember. Basically, if you count 5 sub tiers, and like those 5 sub tiers can be within a range of them, they're its own, so it gets kind of complicated. But that's what I noticed. It would be so funny because we're waiting for her. It would be so funny if if we wait and then it turns out I'm right. But technically, Mammoth 4 is 6 tiers away from us. So we shouldn't be able to play with her because there's Griffin 4, 5, Mammoth 1, 2, 3, Mammoth 4. That's 6 sub tiers away. So we shouldn't be able to play with her. Again, there might be some weird rule because maybe Mammoth takes less stars, so then it counts for that. Because you know, within it gets so complicated. Because then each sub tier can have 5 stars. So that's at least what I noticed. Back when I played a ton, back in the season where I played afternoons and evenings every day, that was the only season I played afternoons. I got 72 stars that season when stars were worth 40 points. And then the devs updated the star count. If you pushed before the update where Titan existed, it's so weird. The reason it doesn't show in my profile that that's my highest star count is because back then the highest tier was Champion. So it updated the stars, but it never updated the tier I would have been at the time. So it just took my stars from 72 Champion to 87 Champion. That's not even possible anymore. You can't even be 87 star Champion. You can only be Titan 87. But It's kind of weird how that works. So now it just says my highest is 54. Which is not even true at all. Even back in Season 5, my highest was 56 with evenings alone. I only played evenings and I got 56 stars a long time ago. As the game got older, it became harder and harder to rank up. So when I played afternoons, like many seasons later, I was only able to get 87 stars. At the time, it was 72, but then they updated it. Well, we can! We can actually play! Alright, I guess there's some weird rule. I guess there's some weird exception. I don't usually play this low, is the thing. I mean, why would you need to know for this low? But anyway. That only starts to be valid in Alicorn. Okay, thank you so much. Second with the 100% win rate on Hunter. It's not that hard, okay? On top of that, I'm playing garbage hunters. I actually almost, like, lost twice. I almost tied one time as Dreamage, which I guess technically wouldn't have decreased my win rate. Technically, because it would be a tie, but you know what I mean. It's kind of nice that we have a Mammoth on the team, because I'm hoping we get kind of crappier hunters. In theory, since we have a Mammoth now, well, no, now we can still match the high-tier hunters. Well, actually, all the high-tier hunters probably no-lifed already. So they're probably two above us to play with us anymore. So this Mammoth player that we have on our team actually changes what hunters we can face. We can face any hunters ranging from Ogre. The Ogre, you guys know the Ogre, the one-eyed Cyclops, whatever his name is. We can go anywhere from Ogre hunters to... what's the equivalent of Mammoth? The equivalent of Mammoth is Sabretooth. And what's below Sabretooth? Whatever is below Sabretooth, that's the lowest we can match with. Definitely don't ban that. Okay, never mind. Of course, we still have the problem with survivors being low too. But don't worry, guys. That doesn't matter at all. That does not matter at all, because it's not like what tier we are would depend on what the survivors ban. Like, they're always going to ban Wax Artists at any tier. Just ask me, guys. Titan, they'd be banning Wax Artists. Come on. Alright, now that we had a chance to sit down and talk about it, as usual, the chat is not moving. How are you guys doing? What are we gonna play? I don't know. That's a tough one. I would play Composer if I could. Oh, but yeah, anyway. Composer is not available in NAEU right now. So... I've tried him out, but he's not available yet. We'll play him next week when he's available in rank. He should be available next week in rank. It takes 1 week before you can buy him, and then 2 weeks for him to show up in rank, is what it's supposed to be. How's your day, Seki? Did you eat well? My day was actually pretty good. I had no lab today. This week is the last week of school for me before finals next week. And yeah. Then I'll be done for a month, or a month and a half. I started like really late January or early February. I don't remember. I think it's like January 20. It depends the calendar this year. Last year was like January 24th or 23rd. Or was it 30? Don't ask. I don't know. I'll drop this palette. I like to keep the other palette not drop just in case. Okay, this is a hunter where you are going to want to drop the palette though, because the boost is more important than dropping the palette on them. Because the problem with leaving the palette up is that sometimes you want to be doing it against hunters like that, but other hunters where like you drop the palette and it just slows you down, like with Geisha, because she just flies right over, you rather get the boost immediately. So it's usually the case for most hunters like that, but I like sometimes I'll leave it up because in case you can't get the boost, maybe you don't have a boost, you rather leave it up, just so you can get a stun out of it, possibly. There's actually no music. What happened to the music? Ever Sleeping is oddly quiet today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so my day was good. I made myself some eggs today, and because you know I was able to stay home, and ate dinner that my mom made. Yeah, it's a pretty cool day, pretty chill day. Just stayed at home. The story of my life: just stayed at home. If no school, just stayed at home. It'd be like that. I'm gonna come too late. Alright. Well, we'll come. eventually. Your teammate. I should really turn that off. I like to use it as like a joke. Say, oh, the game's telling him to go watch the pros. But it's not funny because the pros aren't good either. So I should probably turn that off. Maybe I can turn the joke about the pros into another joke. Can you hit the chair? Hit the chair for me! Oh, come on, hit the chair. Okay, well. Well, that's unfortunate. I forgot. I'm carrying the wrong build, kind of. I don't like carrying tight turnaround batter. That's gonna be really awkward now. I should be able to shoot over this barrel, I'm pretty sure. Okay. She'll destroy the ball, that's okay. And we'll still be able to protect her. I don't think I can shoot over that barrel. I'm not gonna go for it, because I don't know for sure. I'd rather go for it if I know I'm not gonna lose the ball, but I don't know for sure. Oh, hey, we could actually protect her because she's following me. Oh, that's kind of annoying, but I guess it's good we get the excitement out now. I'd rather get the excitement out now, I guess. Because anyway, I'm not going to rescue twice. Although it does hurt us a little bit later on. The excitement would have prevented us later as well, though. So, better to get it out sooner than later. Why is tied bad on batter? It's not bad. It's just like, here's the thing. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically, my problem with the problem with forward no tied versus batter no tied is that forward's not always going to be able to stun. You might need them to use their tie to die by a wall or somewhere better for you. Batter, he has the long range. You could really die almost anywhere with batter, and you'd still be fine. That should be in range. Oh, that's so annoying. That's not in range. I should have let go of the bat. I'm just talking too much. Now he just dies, the problem. Now he dies, the problem. Well, it's okay. It's not okay. We actually would have won. I'm pretty sure holding the bat. I'm almost certain holding the bat makes you slower. I'm almost certain. Almost completely certain. It's actually really nice that he broke the ball there because now we're going to have the Cypher primed. Anyway, that really sucks. I should have been paying attention to the game. Anyway, you don't really need tight surround batter as much because really with batter, they could literally die in front of the chair and it's completely fine. As opposed to something like forward, sometimes that chair will be out in the open. You'll have literally nothing to protect yourself with. So you need that tight chair for them to carry themselves to a good area for you to protect yourself. Dropping these pallets are completely useless for me. In fact, dropping them makes me almost for sure die to Geisha now. Because me vaulting it will just cause me to die. I have no boost. When this map first released, I was completely against dropping both these pallets. Then I realized I guess it's kind of okay because everyone anyway has boosts, unless it's mercenary. And then again, it's bad. It's bad because now the point of dropping it was to get a boost. So if you don't get a boost, it's completely pointless. Anyway, let me announce the stream on Discord. For all the people who join us on Discord, if you guys don't know, I have a Discord server that you guys can watch. The Discord server that you guys can watch. I have a Discord server that you guys can join, where I make announcements when I'm streaming, and where you can... I forgot. What was I gonna say? I think you guys know what I mean. Talking about Composer plus Survivor. Top Survivor rank. I like to put Top Survivor rank in it because I'm a top survivor, alright? But the gameplay we're gonna see from other survivors or other hunters is not gonna be so top tier. Then again, it's really hard to stream, alright guys, give me a break. I missed the ball technically, so that wasn't very top tier either. Alright. There you go. So there you go. Anyone who wants to join, Discord server. If not, that's okay. A long time ago, I actually didn't want to make a Discord server because I knew I wouldn't talk on it. I knew I didn't want to deal with it. So people, like back when I had like 30 viewers, like something like that, something crazy like that. People were asking me to make a server. I'm just like, because I never use Discord is the thing. I never use Discord. So then I'm like, all right, I'll make a server. I'll have people mod it, and they'll be watching. Oops. Oh well. Should have spectated the pros. Oh, guys. Yeah. Playing rank, then spectating the pros. Alright. See, I don't want to go quiet because that's literally every single IDV YouTuber ever. I mean, even if I go quiet for like 30 seconds, what is that? That's better than like everyone else who just is quiet 24/7. But yeah, with batter, as I was saying with batter, they can kind of just die more wherever because you have more flexibility with your bat. Obviously, you should know the range of your bat. I should have picked my survivor before I resetted my game because there's no sound for right now. Now it's not gonna load it until the game starts. It always does this. It's not gonna load until the game starts. Like, watch. The moment the game starts, it's gonna reset the loading because it knows I'm in a game. It just refuses to let me go back in the room to select my character until we start. The game's literally sabotaging me. Someone asked, who is the most dangerous... Where is it? Oh, the tram is the most dangerous killer on Ever Sleeping. For real, though. Oh, yep, there you go. So that's how you know. When it just conveniently restarts after like 40 seconds. Alright, so it looks like we're playing Lucky Guy this match. Not a great spawn. This is not super great. Hopefully the hunter didn't spawn tent. Because we kind of need to go over here to pick up a chest. I'm definitely gonna need the chest item. I would love to see what hunter it is, but since I don't know for sure, perfume is just the generally best option to go with, regardless of the hunter. And we get syringe. It should be guaranteed. I don't know why. I don't know why we're playing a game where Lucky Guy is not getting guaranteed chest items. Like, would it be so OP? The chest items suck. Like, one perfume? Half a football? That sucks. The items he gets from chests suck. Why are they not guaranteed? For those wondering, a long time ago, Lucky Guy technically used to be better. Because back then there was a time where... Well, actually, was this... I think they changed the chest when they also changed Lucky Guy. I don't think there ever was a time where Lucky Guy was able to, like, pull 2 perfumes or something like that. There was once a time where you could pull stuff like toolboxes and maps from the chest, and they removed it. They removed it because they were useless items. At the time, Lawyer Map didn't show you where the hunter was. That's why it was useless. Nowadays, the map would actually be a good item to pull from the chest. But anyway. Nowadays, sorry, back then, a long time ago, you used to get a full football. You used to get 3 elbow pads, I think, from a chest. You used to get 2 perfumes, 2 illusions. At the time, illusions... I don't know why you get 3 propelled pads and then 2 illusions, but that's the way it was. And then when they changed Lucky Guy, they also changed the chest items. So buffing Lucky Guy was completely pointless because now the chest items suck. Half a robot. I used to get a full robot. Pocket Watch didn't exist at the time, so there was no such thing. Are the Call of Abyss skins leaked? I would assume they are. I mean, Call of Abyss should be right around the corner. I'm surprised Call of Abyss has not started yet. Call of Abyss usually starts by now. It always starts in December, or at least late November. Sometimes earlier than December. But the fact that it's December 8th and there's still no Call of Abyss means that we're not going to see Call of Abyss until earliest next week. Because I know for a fact there's not going to be any more updates until Wednesday. That's how it always is. They never do stuff in between then. Like, if they ever do stuff in between then, it's to fix a glitch in the system or a bug that was present before. Yeah, entomologist died in like 3 seconds. Which is completely okay. Because she's our friend, so she gets away with it. Now, on the other hand, if this Gravekeeper went down in 3 seconds, we're gonna have some problems, you know. That is 60%. Our next chest item will be guaranteed, since we pulled a syringe on this first one. It doesn't even feel like 60% chance of pulling the right item. It feels like 50, honestly. It's so bad. Psyche, do you want any Call of Abyss skins, Psyche? I mean, yeah, of course I would, but the fact that they're not limited, like, they're just gonna come back next year. Like, Call of Abyss 3 is gonna come back this year again, like we all know. I already have all the Call of Abyss 3 skins, because Call of Abyss 3 skins... 3 skins. My nerd is coming out. I already have all those skins, because I spent... Do I actually? What's in the chat? What's in it? Oh, I don't have... No, I do have Mechanic. Mechanic, Seer, Cowboy, and Bomber. I do have all those 4. And I also have the, Call of Abyss Clowner. But I honestly, I really only care about the S skins, not really about the A skins. Like, the Embalmer one, I could care less about. Though I will say, it looks a lot better than the other skins. Got the bait out. Flare gun on Lucky Guy really sucks. Because it lasts so short. I didn't pick up my syringe. Where's my syringe? Alright. We're gonna try to heal up. The syringe should be here. Yep. Let's get rid of this. We're gonna heal up Acrobat, I guess. Is it a good idea? I don't think it's a good idea to heal up Acrobat. Acrobat should focus on the coding. He's not gonna get chased most likely, especially because he used his teleport. Oh, especially because the Cypher's almost prime too. So ideally, if we want to rescue before half here, I don't think we can do that. We're gonna need to pull like an elbow pad or something. Oh no, we can make that. We'll make that. Oh yeah, especially because this pallet is dropped here. Even with the reduced boost. Reduced boost. Okay, that could cause some problems, though. Running into the hunter early. Okay. Well, this is just your average Lucky Guy match. 2 syringes. I really hope he hits me. I really need the veteran bonus. Thank you. Why are you going to rescue? I literally said I'm rescuing. Now we have no one at the Cypher. I can't do that Cypher. I'm just going to die. I don't know what he's doing. What she's doing, technically. We have so many problems now. So many problems. I have 2 syringes. I pulled 2 syringes as Lucky Guy. The chest items need to be guaranteed, alright? If the chest items aren't going to be guaranteed, could you at least make the other, like, could you make the gift box guaranteed at least? Okay, now no one is at the Cypher. You see, this is the whole problem. I can't even ping focus on the coding. I could have just straight up died there. I think we're gonna... Oh, well, I technically could have taken a shorter route if I just went through the pallet. I don't know if he's gonna break that. He might go around. Yeah, he went around. He's probably gonna drop a note there. He's not. Oh. This guy's being really weird. I guess he doesn't want to make any assumptions, right? We'll make it to the pallet, I think. Though that we're just gonna die, because this pallet sucks. I was gonna vault that because I thought the note was still up. I saw the note was still up, and then right as I vaulted it, the note disappears. So now we're dead. But anyway, if we waited, that was kind of the worst time for that note to disappear. If it disappeared sooner, I would have baited it, or at least tried to. There's no guarantee I would have dodged it. It's like you let me in, kid. I'll invite you. Don't worry. Look at this. We're dropping 2 syringes on the ground. Oh no, it's only 1. But I had 2 syringes. I had 2 syringes as Lucky Guy. Come on, man. Alright. We're gonna invite Ellie. Hopefully he didn't change his name. Okay, good. Delete that. Were you gonna invite someone? I think she might be saying that that match was really dumb. Because she died so soon. You know what's really dumb? That I pulled 2 syringes. Lucky guy items need to be guaranteed. I'd rather get a map than a syringe. Come on. Like, syringe is not helpful most of the time. Like, it was helpful one time that match, alright? In a 7-minute match, it's helpful for 30 seconds, alright? I never want it in a Kai... Like, what time am I gonna get hit and then not chased? I'm lucky guy. It's seriously the worst item. Oh, a toolbox would be worse. Do I have the Composer S tier? I don't. 2 syringes for double healing. You used to be able to heal twice with the same syringe. I don't know if it's because people started using panic, and maybe there was a time when people didn't use panic and deteriorate. Or is it because they nerfed syringe on purpose so that you can't reuse the same syringe twice? You used to be able to reuse the same syringe twice. You might still be able to if the hunter isn't running deteriorate or panic. If you guys don't know what those are, it's these 2. And every hunter should be running these, honestly. Reduces... For injured survivors, please go away. Reduces everything for a survivor by 5%. Now, by itself, this isn't doing that much. But then you combine it with panic, and if you have, like, 2 people injured, those 2 people are doing everything 8% slower, which is already a lot by itself. If you have everyone injured, everyone is doing everything 17% slower. Everyone has a negative 17% decode. Dude, imagine that. This is basically slowing down Cypher Rush. No one talks about this, okay? Everyone's complaining, nerf Cypher Rush, nerf Cypher Rush. This is a great built-in nerf Cypher Rush. Especially for matches that go long, or matches where a lot of people are injured, so stuff like Photographer, Dream Witch, maybe even Hermit. But in the end, this is helpful for literally every hunter, because with Hunter, at the end of the day, you're trying to damage wherever you can. Now, even half health is okay, because at the end of the day, you're just trying to snowball. You're focusing on 1% at a time, but whenever that person is on chair or doing something else, you want to try to get damage on someone else, even the Rescuer, is still fine, because it allows for snowballing later on. It gets worse when someone's dead, but you want someone to be dead, so it doesn't really matter. Who's the hunter for Call of Abyss? I don't know. I don't know for sure. I've heard that it could be Wu Chang or that it could be Feaster. They skipped Spider for some reason, but technically the hunter that came out after Geisha is Feaster. In the book it says Wu Chang is the next hunter, and then after that it says Photographer. That's wrong order. Feaster was first, then Wu Chang, then Photographer, then Mad Eyes. I don't know why Feaster shows up. Because, like, I have... Well, maybe... I'm assuming you guys have default ranking. Right here, if you guys use default ranking, it shows the survivors based on the order they released in. Which is true for both hunters and survivors, except for one hunter and one survivor. Feaster, for some reason, ignores the release... Like, the order of release rule. So, for some reason, Feaster ignores that. And for survivors, Priestess ignores it. Priestess came out... should be after Forward. Or did Priestess come out after Mind's Eye? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Priestess came out before Mind's Eye, but Forward was already in the game before Priestess was in. So Priestess should be after Forward. So those 2 characters are not in the right order. Besides that, if we're going in order here, again, I don't know why they skipped Spider, but if we're going in order here, it should be Feaster next. No one spawned here, so the hunter spawned at bad corner. Yep, and we can see that because the cipher is locked. I guess if I know where the hunter spawned, then why am I running to the cipher? Because obviously the cipher is going to be locked then. Because that's the farthest cipher. Okay, seriously? What kind of route is this hunter taking? We're going to have to use an early hook. Or else we're going to have tons of wax on me if I don't. But now we have 0 wax on me, so that's really good. Ideally, he chases me. We'll see if he has confined space. I didn't get to see. We'll just do the same thing here. I got a little bit stuck on the rock, unfortunately. He's covering the window. That's perfectly okay. We're not going to use that window anyway. Is he going around? He's not going around. We should be fine here. We're not fine. We gotta use this. Waste of bees. Nice. Well, technically I took a bad route there.
that was a bad route because I actually should have ran straight for ruins. So I wasted some distance there. But yeah, that third hook was necessary. I'm not going to get anything on me. He might block the window and go around. So I'm already ready to do that. Technically, though, I have to go over here. Oh, no, I did it too late. Now we're going to die. I needed to do it sooner. Because now we die. Oh, no, we're still going to make it. We'll still make it. Not a hit. He has to get closer. Did he disconnect? Okay, well, I'll take this chance to move. Okay, so he didn't break the pallet, so the pallet is still up. Did he actually lose me? He actually doesn't know where I went. Did his brother take away his phone for a second there? He actually doesn't know where I went. So anyway, that's a pretty darn good kite. Pretty good. Even against survivors that are supposed to be bad against a hunter like Wax Artist, because your patient needs open areas to hook, and Wax Artist relies on open areas to get wax on his target. But when you combine using your hook in between areas from tall walls to no tall walls into tall walls, then it becomes good again. And that's kind of how you use patient hook against waxers, that you're supposed to go from one area to the other. In between that time where you're not in tall walls, that's when you use the hook, because you're not going to get a chance later. So you got to use it there at that moment. Again, I don't really like patient because of that. Because you won't get an opportunity earlier. Sorry, you won't get an opportunity later. You kind of have to use it at that moment. Sometimes you might not need it. In that case, I probably needed it. The first hook I kind of had a waste because I didn't... Like, what was that hunter's route? He spawned back corner, and instead of going shed, he went around birdcage, and that's how he found me. We know where he spawned. The reason I ran where I did was because I knew that hunter wouldn't go that route. But every once in a while, you go against a low-tier hunter who doesn't know where the closest survivor spawns, so they take a random route. At the end of the day, like, maybe it'll hurt you. Maybe it'll make a difference. But usually it doesn't make a difference if they take a weird route and then they kind of find you out in the open. Because at the end of the day, usually survivor items are so strong, they're usually able to get out. The point is not to let that happen, so as a survivor, you don't have to waste your item. But if you have to, well, it's there. But the reason I take the routes that I do is because I know I'm not going to get found. And if I do, well, shame on me. Fooled me. But at the end of the day, we were still fine. And he used his teleport on top of that, so we don't technically have to let Mercenary decode, but I'm still going to. Because he could walk up, and then I'll die. I want to stay away from gate in case he comes here. So just so I already have that advantage of getting to the next kiting area. For example, Perfumer, if Waxers were to come to us right now, and Perfumer's just standing by that gate, assuming the gate isn't almost done, she would die. Because there's literally nowhere she'd be able to run to. Both sides have nothing, and no matter which side the Waxers comes from, she would die. Because, out in the open, gonna get hit by wax, almost for sure gonna die. If it was like Bonbon, maybe. Even then, I'm pretty sure she would still die, because that shed is kind of blocking your vision, so you can't really afford to sit by the gate like that. But none of that matters, because she probably knew that Mama was getting chased, so it's all good. The counter psyche? Alright, we'll update it. Thank you for the reminder. We actually tied this match. How did we tie this match? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised we tied this match. I thought we were losing that one. Alright. 2 ties so far. That batter match should have been a win, but I just messed up. We actually could have saved Mama's life. I don't know if we'd be able to do it long enough, because it actually took quite a while to do the cipher still. Even by the time Mama died, and then I died, and then she crushed my ball. By the time all that happened, then the cipher was primed. So yeah. I've been wondering why people say Cypher machine primed when gates are open instead of like follow me or something. Well, because if you say follow me, it doesn't necessarily mean that the gate is open. It just means that you want people to get ready to start coming to your gate. When you say Cypher machine is primed and there's no ciphers to be done, well, I feel like people should realize what that means. Like, if there's no ciphers and you're saying Cypher machine primed and you're in the direction of a gate, what could that possibly mean? The gate is done. A long time ago, you used to not be able to have 16 pings. In fact, there only used to be 6 pings in the game back then. Well, there were more, but you could only choose up to 6. So back then, back when players top tier survivors were actually top tier, and at the time everyone knew each other. So when people used the ping, people understood that it had a double meaning, and they understood what context it meant it. So here's a really good one. I go first, or you go first. This is something that's been removed in the game. They don't have I go first or you go first anymore. But I go first was so important. Well, I guess I go first was kind of pointless. Because you would say, don't move, I'm coming. Stay put, I'm coming was the old thing. But basically, a long time ago, there was actually a way to tell people that you want someone else to rescue first. Like, let's say you're playing Coordinator. Coordinator used to be the best rescuer in the time. That's why I'm using that example. Coordinator is supposed to be the first rescuer during that time when you go first existed. But if the Coordinator either was too far away, or maybe she knew that a second rescuer, like someone else with TIE Tuner, was closer, she would just say, you go first. Meaning that she wants the second rescuer to rescue first, and then she'll do the second rescue afterwards. That's when you say you go first, because you want them to rescue first. Well, did it have a double meaning, though? That might actually be a bad example. I'm just kind of venting how it's kind of dumb how they removed it, but there are other pings that have a double meaning. So stuff like Cypher Machine Prime is probably... Right now, that's the only example I can come up with, but there used to be other pings. Like, I'm sure I'll see when I check it out. The dungeon is here. Okay, I know this one. The dungeon is here. Back then, dungeon is here didn't switch to the basement is here. I actually really hate that the dungeon is here ping switches to the basement is here if you're next to a basement. Because sometimes I'll be kiting near a basement, but I know that dungeon is close by, so I want my teammates to leave. Sometimes it'll ping by like basement is here, and it happens very rarely. But when it does happen, it's game changing. It's game losing. And there's some of you guys might be wondering, well, that's kind of necessary. You kind of need to know the difference. You know, what if you want to tell your teammates that basement is here and not dungeon, right? Because usually you're gonna have to ping dungeon more often. Sorry, basement more often, right? Yes, but the thing is, people had a double meaning with the dungeon is here. People understood that when you said dungeon is here before 2 ciphers were popped, because think about it. There is no dungeon until 2 ciphers have popped. So when you say dungeon is here, you're obviously talking about basement. After that, you don't really want to say the dungeon is here, but every once in a while, you'll still want to say, like, let's say you're kiting, and there's been 3 ciphers popped, and you run into an area with a possible basement in there, and then you say the dungeon is here. People will know you're talking about the basement. You know, even though ciphers have popped, technically, they'll see where you're kiting, and they'll understand, okay, basement is over there. So I really hate that was one of the things they changed, is because people already understood that it also meant basement. If anything, it's more important that you know who's the hunter. If anything, it's more important that you know where basement is. Sorry, if you know where dungeon is, not really basement. Basement, not really. Basement, people understand what you're talking about. Look at that. We're actually still losing water because she didn't actually touch us with any of it. She might blink here. If she does, we'll have the perfume. And we'll try to... we're actually not going to make it, so I have to do this. Okay, I don't know what she's doing. This is how you know we're facing some low tier hunters. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like it when hunters make it that easy either. But is she still trying to do it? Oh my god. She's still trying to use the harpoon. Okay, now she used the blink, so now we're just gonna stand here. And she won't do it this time. And we have no more perfumes anymore. Looks like we're gonna have to use this area. Alright, we'll just have to eat the water. And that's completely okay. And I'm gonna drop this pallet ahead of time. Because I know for a fact, first of all, I know for a fact she's not gonna break it. Second of all, it's better to have that pallet dropped for later. Yeah. Strange route. Strange route from her. I know strange route from me as well, but we kind of have to do this. Just so we don't get hit hit by the water. Actually, I probably should have vaulted that. That was probably a mistake. Probably. I don't know for sure. I hope she doesn't catch up. She has her 1,000 presents. I kind of have to do this. Okay, good thing she returned her harpoon. Now I can just leave it. Hopefully we don't die here. This is a really bad pallet. Yeah, because you can't really stand by it without getting hit. I might get hit by water here. Yeah. Well, there's not much I could have done there. I guess I could have tried running past the pallet and used the second one instead. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Could I have? Because I don't want to take a hit if I know for sure I'm going to take a hit that way as well. All right. Fell for the oldest trick in the book. It's possible she accidentally fell off. Dude, don't tell me a person who's played this game for 24 seasons is not going to be able to do a before half rescue. Man. I don't like that we're using all these resources here. We don't need this. I did a good kite already. Like, it's nice, but we should be focusing on ciphers. Her cipher better be popped. Oh, that's Mama. That's not... I thought Ellie was playing Mercenary. Well, Mama's also been playing for 24 seasons. It's kind of awkward. Oh, why did she do that? Was the harpoon out of range? No, it's not. It wasn't. I know for a fact that harpoon wasn't out of range. Cypher is primed. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Is that in the pallet? I'm actually gonna save the pallet because there's really no point in stunning her. I don't want to give her full presence though. Okay, that's full presence anyway. But we have this really good pallet here, so we're completely fine. She's gonna need exactly blink. Actually, she might blink me here. If she blinks me here, she won't have teleport though. Okay, we're not gonna vault. Actually, well, I didn't have a boost, so it wouldn't be wasting of a boost. Okay, there's a teleport. She already switched. What am I talking about? Alright. Okay, so she actually already switched, so that was completely pointless. They're actually still going to be able to pop the gate. Ooh. This heal is completely pointless. I guess I'll take it. This heal is actually a bad idea, though. Because we're actually wasting time not opening the gate. Okay, she surrendered anyway. I think she actually, if she used some dashes there, she definitely would have caught up to us. But no one was pinging that she was directly on the gate, so I was like thinking, well, maybe she's coming for me. Did someone ping that she was by the gate? I don't know. Just casually threw out, like, Mama. Why is Mama not able to do that before half rescue? So that was actually, I thought Mama was playing Entomologist and that Ellie was playing playing Mercenary. And then I was like thinking, why is Mercenary coming so late? He's gonna have to, he might have to use an item. Like, the nice thing is he didn't have to use an item because the knight swung immediately. But that could have been really risky if she chose not to swing because he didn't give himself enough time. Well, I guess now that I know it's Mama, she didn't give herself enough time. You should be coming to chair a little bit earlier against Knight because she likes to circle the chair. So you need that time to like kind of see if she's gonna do that, or is she the type to swing, go for a terror shock, stuff like that. And the bees were also bad because we just need to focus on the coding, you know. Heck, she could get terror shocked and or like double hit. We just need a rescue. Where's the survivor ring? But every time I lose, /tie I drink V8. At best, that one would be every time I lose. And I wouldn't be able to drink that much. The idea with the hunter was that if I die, because it's so hard for me to tie or lose as hunter, even as some of the worst hunters in the game, it's that hard for me to tie or lose unless I'm really playing that badly. Which sometimes I do play badly, and I was close to tying a few of those games. But even then, a tie. Tying when you made like a few small mistakes, like I was making small mistakes, multiple small mistakes, and even then I was still barely tying. Like I was this close to tying and I still managed to win. Granted, the Dream Witch match there was one person who like gave me a free down after the ciphers popped because she just picked up her boxes. The dancer, I'm talking about the dancer. I don't know if you guys watched that stream. And then after that, I was able to knock down a second person. Once I have one person knocked down, it's kind of easy to go after a second one. There was one person dead, by the way, already, so there's the context for you. The idea with it was that not only would I have to do it for a tie, I would drink the whole thing, because that's how little I am expecting to lose or tie. With this, like, how much V8 should I drink? How much, like, let's say I drink half. How much is half at that point? You guys can't see how much is half. I can't see how much is half. I'm taking a guess how much is half. I mean, I could kind of, like, lift it up and say, oh, well, it kind of feels like half. It's never going to feel like half, because I also have to account for the weight of the can. That's the problem. Can we ban Nide like low tiers? Nide is fine to go against, though. I don't mind going against Nide. Well, I have Tide Turner for no reason. Technically, I should be the one with Tide Turner, and then Verg should be the one with broken windows. Or Flywheel, if she wants. Here's the thing. Here's why I don't ban certain hunters low tiers. Because if it's low tier and they're playing that low tier hunter, that hunter is usually not good against the survivors I play anyway. Like, the problem with this game is if you don't play the S tier hunters, you're gonna lose to the S tier survivors. That's usually how it works. So again, there are some exceptions, like Perfumer I would say is S tier, but Bonbon is like, even though Bonbon isn't S tier, he does have a pretty good hand against Perfumer. Now, granted, I still think you can do very good kites as Perfumer against Bonbon. It's still not that. Well, it is difficult. It's not impossible though. A lot of people make it out to be like really hard. I don't think it's that hard. At minimum, you'll get an easy tie. It's a Blood Queen. At minimum, you'll get an easy tie, and it might be difficult to get a win with your character, but it's so nice still using it to like block bombs. Did she miss? Yep, she missed. Let's check on Blink. Blink is up in 10 seconds, so there's no Terror Shock potential yet. But we do have to be careful here because she's trying to fool us. Listen for the sound. Okay. In case she were to, maybe Blink here. Okay, no. You can actually hear if she's vaulting it again. Twice. It doesn't really matter what route we take against Blood Queen. We just need to be able to dodge the mirror. Okay, that's a terrible mirror. I messed up. I can't look at my camera in all those spots. Okay, well, now that she did that, we can actually use this. I was worried about the blink. That's why I used that ball. I didn't want to get Terror Shocked. Okay, well, this is going to still be really hard. That's the problem. Well, I missed the ball, but it was actually fine. It was actually fine that I did that. Okay, this is not fine, though. That's not fine. I don't actually know where the mirror is. I just used it just in case. Because I don't want to get greedy and then die. That's the worst thing I could do. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter where I kite. We just need to kite somewhere where we're not going to die. Because the thing with Blood Queen is she can't kill me without her mirror. So literally any area will work. This area has become actually very good after its buff. So I'm going to use this area. Assuming they don't have an ability. Like right now, she has no ability. Oh no, I have the wrong ball! I might die here. Okay, well, I survived. I didn't notice. I was so busy talking that I didn't notice. But I had the wrong ball. Worse. This is an example of an area where it's a little bit too bad. I actually could have stunned her. That was an example of a pal that's a little bit too bad. You can't use pals like that though. That pal, you're gonna die. But anyway, that was a 3-cipher kite. 3-cipher kite still. So we should be able to win this as long as everyone's coming to the chair on time. This time, Mama doesn't need to come early. Like with Nayad, it's recommended. I recommend. When I say it's recommended, I'm really talking about me from my experience. Jeez, I guess she didn't see that. Even with an elbow pad, that's still a double hit. Hopefully, is it really worth a ball? If she keeps missing it. Ah, man, okay. Well, that's alright. We don't actually need to survive, but it really would have been nice. So she's the aggressive type. She likes to walk through those pallets, I see. Yeah. So it actually doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. In fact, Mercenary could have gotten double hit. We already have someone on the last Cypher. We don't need her to pop someone's Cypher. Since the fourth person popped their Cypher. Is this a Giant Claw? Giant Claw. That is a Giant Claw user right there. Because when we struggled, it moved her like a little bit, and then she immediately readjusted herself. That's how you know it's a Giant Claw user. But yeah. We have the one ball here. It's actually good that we saved the ball. That's why I didn't want to use the ball, because I knew if I used the ball, I would still die to a mirror. So ideally we don't want to have to... Oh no, I'm getting stuck. Oh. This pallet is so bad. Again, this is a power I can't stand by or I'm gonna die. This is actually really good though. Problem is, why was she waiting at this gate? I don't understand people. Like, why were you waiting at that gate? We might still die here, because... Oh no, she's getting stuck. Okay, it's fine. Alright. Dude, that was Ellie! Ellie, why are you waiting by this gate? Where do you expect me to go? Alright, well, it's okay. We're gonna open this gate, and we should be fine. Now Ellie is back. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna let him open the gate. Cool. Which hunters usually carry a Giant Claw? It should really just be Bomb. Bomb is the only one that like really benefits from certain chairs. Wax Artist sometimes will. What is that item? I just want to see it because I'm curious. Illusion. Alright. I don't think it's possible to get Flare Gun. I know for a fact it's not possible once you can ban... Well, it's in Legendary. Okay, long story short, you're not supposed to get Flare Gun in Legendary tier. But it used to be that Griffin was not Legendary tier, so I don't know if it's still, like, no Flare Gun for Griffins either? Because Griffin used to not be Legendary tier. You used to be able to not... You used to not be able to ban anything, and you used to be able to play duplicate survivors in Griffin's here. Yes, every hunter can carry Giant Claw. I strongly suggest you don't carry it on most hunters, though. Most hunters, you do not get a significant advantage by chairing at a certain chair. In that case, if you're carrying Giant Claw on any hunter, your only advantage on certain hunters is to chair by a Cypher. Otherwise, you don't carry an advantage. Like, that's a lot of points. You have to realize that's 20 points that you're using. Because that's 15 for Giant Claw, and then 5 for whatever comes before Giant Claw. Actually, that's plus an... well, no. Everyone's carrying the faster attack recovery, so... We can actually look at the build right now. It would cost you 5 for this. Again, not every hunter wants Quenching Thirst. And then it would take you another 5, another 15 for this. It's going to cost you 20 points. You don't Not every hunter necessarily wants Quenching Effect. Again, if you're running Teleport and you're afraid you're going to get rotated, yeah, you'll want Quenching Effect. So it's not really wasting 5 points. But if you don't want this and you're doing it just to get Giant Claw, you're using 20 points. It's very expensive. For what it does, it's not good enough for 20 points. It has to be really synergetic with your hunter. There are a lot of hunters where it doesn't matter where you chair. Like, your ability for camping is good regardless of the chair. Some of them don't really have anything special with their chair. But there are other hunters where it does benefit to see them out in the open ahead of time. Like Bonbon, because you're going to be getting damage on them reliably from far, not using your basic hit. Ripper is not reliable. Ripper, because you could find them from far and you still might necessarily be able to hit them. Like, what if they boost past you? Now you have no really range with your Foggy build. Like, if you try throwing it, they're going to dodge it. With Bonbon, you can't really do that as well. Again, you could elbow pad past him, but the bomb will have some reach to it. Again, most hunters, like, yeah, maybe Feaster. I don't really see the point in Feaster either, because Feaster's not that scary of a hunter to rescue from. It's just people not knowing how to rescue him, really. So which hunter should carry Giant Claw? It really is mostly Bonbon. You can make an argument for Sculptor as well, because there are certain chairs that are covered with tall walls, and those tall walls will make statues bounce, and that'll make it so easy to hit survivors, because even if the statue misses the first time, it'll bounce back and it'll hit them again, which gives you an advantage in those areas like that. But really, most other hunters, again, maybe Feaster, but if you're carrying Giant Claw on any hunter, at that point, you're either praying you get a good chair to chair them in the corner, where it's going to be where it's gonna be easier to stuff a rescue from. Which, by the way, it shouldn't make a difference because Mercenary is just so broken. Yeah. Like, Mercenary just elbow pads past you. There's really nothing you can do. Either that or you're chairing by a Cypher. Chairing by a Cypher is generally better than chairing them in a place that's hard to rescue from. Because Mercenary can rescue from literally anywhere. So at least when you chair by a Cypher, you know there's nothing the Mercenary can do at that point. The best thing they can do is just rescue, just do the rescue just so they can eventually get back on that Cypher. Alright. But they're gonna have to take the loss on that Cypher part, so they're gonna lose. Okay, so good to know there's a portal here. The reason I'm taking this route is because there's a 66% chance the hunter spawns at top broken. Okay, I think they took the portal. Yeah, it's a violinist. Whenever I got a sudden heartbeat like that, and using my knowledge that the hunter probably spawned top broken, and that I suddenly got a heartbeat, like I doubt, since there was no one, since the hunter wasn't here by now, like the other option is by the church window leading to graveyard. That's the third option that the hunter spawns at. And if no one's decoding the cipher, and if the hunter isn't here by now, then I know for a fact it's reception. That must mean they're coming from the other side. That must mean they saw the portal. That must mean the portal is gone. So, a lot of, again, this is why I say you don't need voice chat. A lot of this stuff you can figure out on your own. With a combination of your knowledge and a combination with your teammates' pings, it should be very simple. It should be doable. Let's not say very simple, because it's not very simple, but it's very doable. And again, I've been playing the game for a long time, so it's not exactly a fair comparison. All it means is that it's possible. Can Acrobat jump through this? I don't think he can, but Hook goes through it. A lot of abilities can go through that, and they're able to work through the window. This window is technically not a... okay, this wall with the window in it that you can't vault over is technically not a wall. Certain abilities still work through it. For example, Hook will work through it. Geisha's butterfly. Geisha will be able to dash through that window, because if she sees her butterfly through there, she'll be able to dash to it. Even though there's a wall there, she can technically see it, so she can do it. There's a few other... I think some survivors can also take advantage of it. Is Flywheel still good? It depends. Alright, even before the persona changes, Flywheel heavily depended on the hunter. Nowadays it's even more dependent because, again, I don't want to say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's good, though. It's only good if it's a specific hunter. Like, it has to be exactly the hunter that you want Flywheel against. Otherwise... if it's Bonbon or like Sculptor, you absolutely want Boost against. That's non-negotiable. Alright? If you have Flywheel against the other hunters, like, it's not great. But Boost is always good. Flywheel is not always good, is the problem. And the only reason Flywheel was, like, usable was because... I don't have Tide Streamer in this match. The only reason it was okay was because... you could still do a good rescue, I suppose. But we're gonna hope she doesn't go down immediately is the problem. Alright, so hopefully he hits me here. I am gonna have to use a bomb here, it really sucks. But if I don't... oh, dude, if I'm lagging... okay. I was scared there for a second there because I was lagging. No. That was probably the worst thing she could have done. I was gonna body block that. Oh, he still hit that. My bad. Well, we're gonna pop the ciphers anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, focus on the coding. I do have to be careful here. I don't want him to trigger full presence. Okay. And we're just gonna use a white bomb here. I really don't like using the white bomb on this window because the problem with it is that they do half the vault not slow down, and then the other half it is slowed down. And like, it's not like I can jump ahead of time because then it's kind of weird. But since this window is on a height, I actually can't pre-place the ball because I'm actually gonna get stuck on the wall. I'm not gonna jump through the window. I'm pretty sure he has teleport, right? He should switch to it right here. I got stuck on the cipher. I forgot there's a cipher in there. Okay, if he had it, he would have used it by now. So we're okay. Yep, we're okay. All right, we're out. we still got the win. Boost there absolutely carried. So this is an example where, like, yeah, Flywheel would have been good against Violence. Boost just did the job way better, though. So, like, again, Flywheel against certain hunters is very good. Okay against some hunters. And then there's just moments where, like, even against the hunters where it's okay against, just Boost is just so much better. So... I'm not going to say that. That's a bad word in Polish. I speak Polish. Seki, do you think Versatzer needs a buff? I do think Versatzer needs a buff. I don't think he's a good survivor. Like, again, okay, I should reword that. He's a good survivor, he's just not good enough. There's just way better options. Yeah. What was I talking about before? Oh yeah, Flywheel. When you go against stuff like Bonbon, Sculptor, the reason Flywheel was still at least usable is because you had the Pal Boost. Now you don't have Pal Boost. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. Like, you're gonna die. You're not gonna be able to do a 3-cipher kite. Like, again, every once in a while you will, but it depends too much on your area at that point. Like, Flywheel's not gonna... Here's the thing. Boost, even against the hunter that boosts are not good against, Boost will be able to save you against from a bad area, is the thing. Even if it's a hunter where Boost doesn't do a lot, it'll at least get you to a good area. As opposed to Flywheel, you need to already be in a good area for Flywheel to be good. Like, when you Flywheel, you're Flywheeling an ability, alright? But you're still going to get hit by a basic hit if you don't have anything else for that. So you need to have a Pallid Body. Or you use your ability, which really sucks if you had to use 2 abilities to deal with the Hunter ability. Long story short, I'm going to say Flywheel is not worth your time. Don't be carrying Flywheel on all your survivors on every match. The only survivor I will say you should run Flywheel with no matter what is Thief. And that's not because Flywheel is so amazing on Thief. That's because Window Boost actually is worse on Thief than Flywheel. And you might be wondering, how is that possible? Because with Thief, I've noticed that if you boost away from the Hunter, with Thief, I've noticed that if you boost away from the Hunter, there's gonna be this really awkward time where they're out of range from you using their flashlight on them. Like, because you boosted away, you're gonna be farther from the Hunter. But then, here's the thing. Because you boosted from them, usually most Hunter abilities reach farther than Thief's flashlight, so they'll be able to hit you, but you won't be able to hit them with your flashlight, so you won't be able to cancel their ability. The whole idea with Thief is you actually want to stay close to the Hunter, so that you can constantly get rid of their abilities. Maybe I'll play him here, but this is a really rough map for Thief. Not really ideal. You know what? Because this person is using Blood Queen. Did I ban Blood Queen? I think I banned Sculptor, right? Wait, no. If I ban Blood Queen, she wouldn't be using the Visit right now. But yeah. Psyche, do you think Versatzer needs a buff? Yes. I already answered that. What would the buff be, though? I think I said it before. I had a good idea for it. I don't remember my idea anymore. Maybe it'll come to me. I'm planning to sub-main Anne. What persona do they usually carry? Yes, you absolutely want detention. You absolutely do want detention. You don't necessarily need faster pallet breaking. Typically what Anns will run is they'll run detention, trump card. Okay. We actually got really lucky that she missed that, so now we don't have to use my ability. Oh, wow, I forgot. This is where this area becomes really bad. I forgot that Hunters can do that. Maybe this area is really bad because of that. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's game losing. Okay, I didn't realize that until now. Faster pallet breaking Blood Queen, though. We'll have the window boost here. Oh, that could have been really bad. Wow. Oh, wow, I didn't notice that. Not a hit, though. And she can't even switch mirrors with anymore. Okay, that almost was really bad. Did she just straight up leave? Yeah, she just straight up left. I should have used the snowball, but whatever. Yes. So anyway, as I was saying, with Anne, you want to be running Blink. Well, I guess not every Anne runs Trump card, but if you really want to go for a win, you're gonna run Blink on Anne, followed by Detention, and then at that point you can try to use your points on whatever you want. Some use it on faster pallet breaking. Others use it on faster kill time. What is it? It's the thing that speeds up chair progress by 9%. I always forget the name of that. I always say no survivors, but it's called something else. No survivors is a different trick entirely. Okay, here's the weird thing. I know this mercer's not going to go down, so I'm going to use some time right now. Okay, I'm realizing this about this area right now. If you drop the pallet from this side, it becomes really bad, because then she can cut through here, and then you're in a vaulting mind game. But if you were to circle the pallet like this, well, then now this area... Well, no, they can still go on that side. Or this side? If they come from this side, now you can do that. But I'm realizing right now, what I should have done, guys, is I should have used this pallet first, and then gone around and used the other one. I used the wrong pallet. I used the pallets in the wrong order. That's what I did wrong. So order matters for that pallet. Because if you use the pallet in the wrong order, you're gonna die. Sorry, Ellie. I was like explaining instead of decoding, but we're gonna easily have enough ciphers here. I did a good Kai, he did a good Kai. And I'll just rescue this. Psyche decode people are dying. The reason I didn't decode is because I know we're gonna have enough ciphers. Like, we have overkill amount of ciphers. We have an overkill. We don't need more ciphers. So look at this. I mean, I finished the exact same time Psychologist finished, and I wasted all that time. She might switch here. If she hits Mercenary, it's actually fine, because he's not going to go down right away, so... It's not a big deal to run away from Cypher a little bit. Should we activate that? I'm going to say no. I'm not going to pop that. I want them to get a mirror out first. Because I know Mercenary doesn't have any more. Still not going to pop it. I'm only going to pop it if we absolutely need to. If she goes down, then I'll pop it. But if we pop without her getting a mirror out, she's going to die immediately. This pop is not going to matter at all. We need her to force out a mirror. Otherwise, I'm not popping this. I'm only going to pop if they can't live any longer. Hunters change target? I think I might pop now. Yeah, we will pop now. Okay, that's a good call, because she was coming from me. We should be able to reach this? I don't think we will, actually. I don't think we will. We're going to be a little bit short. Oh, never mind. She charge attacked. Faster pallet breaking, though, so still got to keep that in mind. This pallet is broken. That's really bad. Oh, this pallet is dropped, though, so we might be able to survive here. Okay. Where's that mirror? She totally misplaced that. That should cover. Yes, it does cover. Oh, I messed up. I should have gone up there. Now we die. Wait, maybe we'll survive? Oh, wait. She went around. Okay, well now we're in the same problem. Do we have the pallet boost? We don't have pallet boost, so if I vault this, I'll die. Okay, not if she does that, because now we'll survive. Is dungeon there? It is there. Even if I used the ball, we would have died. Oh well. Ellie actively dying, Psyche. So anyway, guys, here's an explanation on pallets. It's important, though. It's important that, like, we realize, why did I think this area was so good? Is it actually bad, or did I just use it wrong? And if I use it a different way, that area actually would have been good. But I just used the pallets in the wrong order. I used it when she was on the side of the pallet, which means it's so easy for her to go around the side. I need to use a pallet that's annoying for her to go around, that she isn't already around. So then when she tries to go around that pallet, I'm already going to reach the next one. That's the idea there. If I use it when she's already around it, then we die. Oh my god, Hokage is here. Hi, Hokage. Doing your duty. Are you always lurking on these streams? I never see you on these streams. I just stopped Hokage just never checked on me anymore. Dude, this skin is so cool. I really like the Dream Witch skin. This is the first Dream Witch skin that I'm like, wow, really cool. Like, why didn't they think of this sooner? Like, changing the scales? Great idea. I love that about this skin. So cool. I told you hi. Did you say something right now? Oh, no, you didn't. I thought maybe you sent a message. If I notice a Mary is inexperienced or the hunters choose her as their second choice, when they mirror and can't see me, I just juke whenever she swings. Even though she's nowhere close to me. I don't know what you mean. She can actually see you with the mirror. I don't know if you've played Blood Queen before. Survivors can see you. The hunter can see you. They don't need to be close to you. They can see your location because you're standing by the mirror. It's just like with puppets, with Hellumber puppets. The Hellumber puppet can see you. Like, it'll show the Hellumber where you are. You managed to make it one of these streams? Thank you so much, Sima. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Thank you so much for showing up to the stream. All you guys, thank you all so much for coming along. But yeah. Looks like we're doing better today. Got a pretty decent session today. Obviously not the best hunters, but we usually don't face like that exceptional hunters. We just don't have good teammates, so then the teammates go down really quickly. Okay, thank you, Control Freak. Yeah, you could run Control Freak on N if you want. You could run Faster Pallet Breaking, but just make sure you have. You could run Confined Space, and like again, I've seen some Ns like they just go blink and they don't run anything for late game because they just need a tie. Like in a tournament setting, if you just need a tie, don't even worry about Trump Card because there are quite a few times with N where having that Faster Pallet Breaking is good because let's say they drop a pal before you can stun them. Well, obviously you want to still be able to catch up to them before the cat runs out. And you're not able to jump on them directly because the pallet's in the way. It depends on the pallet. Sometimes you can walk around it. But if they drop something like a shed pallet or even like the backgate church pallet, that can be really annoying to go around. The pallet with the 2 windows I'm talking about. That can be really annoying to go around. Depending on which side they threw it on and which side you're on at that moment. So sometimes you're gonna want to destroy the pallet. Quickly, and then still be able to have time to jump on them before they reach another pallet and then drop that one, and then you're not able to catch up to them again. So do be careful. Okay. Psyche, did you know now most hunters use 3 times Berserker? The Tinnitus adjustment made it half. Yeah, I know. Now that you don't have to run Tinnitus, that means you don't have to run Deer Hunt, because to get Tinnitus, you need Deer Hunt. Which shows you the location of survivors within 60 meters. You don't really need that. So now you have an extra 10 points for hunters. That's why it's kind of annoying that hunters got Tinnitus and we got Distress. Distress only costed 5 points to get. Tinnitus costed 10 points to get if you count a Deer Hunt. I'm like, why would you run Deer Hunt? You're only running Deer Hunt because it's Tinnitus. So it essentially costs 10 points to get Tinnitus. Again, if you're running Insolence, it's only going to cost you 5 points. Because to run Insolence, you needed to run Deer Hunt. So if you were to run Tinnitus at that point, well, it's only going to cost you 5 because you anyway had to run Deer Hunt. Not a great spawn. I'm pretty sure hunters spawned outside the hospital right there. Yep, it is. So we got to get a move on right away. This is why this spawn used to be really bad until they made it so that you can walk into Birdcage. This spawn has become a complete joke ever since then. Because here's the thing about that spawn. Whenever you get the spawn between those 3 pallets like that, it's not a key spawn because technically there's another spawn really close by it as well, but that one's like directly in front of the front gate, so I can generally tell the difference. I played the game long enough to tell the difference without even playing Seer. So he's gonna get a little bit of wax on us here, but the wax is gonna dry out before he's gonna have more time to put it back on us. So we're going to lose all our wax here in the meantime. He could try to shoot wax right now. He's not going to get a whole lot because there's walls in the way. 44, that's not a lot at all. He's going to try to block it now. He's not going to be able to because he's getting a bad angle. And now we're going to have a great setup for the rest of this kite. Okay. So now we'll have to use the owl. That was a good play from him. Actually, we might not want to use the owl because he's just going to wait out the owl. We need to get a little bit closer to the pallet. And if not, that's also okay because the wax is gonna run out. But in the meantime, we're just gonna have to use the owl on the blink now. I would prefer not to use that, but okay, good. We didn't get wax there. Always good when that doesn't happen. Because now we're gonna lose the wax for sure. He could still vault this window. I was thinking he might blink there to surprise me, but he didn't. he actually would have killed us there if he didn't miss. But he missed. Okay, so that's why I didn't run straight for the pallet, by the way, because I want him to think. Well, I want him to think I'm going around. So then he wastes his time. Look at how much time we wasted just him thinking I'm gonna leave this area. I didn't. I didn't leave this area at all. It was all just to fake him out. Really. Even if this window has confined space, it's okay. It doesn't have confined space, so we can actually reuse it. I was gonna reuse the other pallet. You did that a little bit too late. Okay. Good thing that we have the bees there. I think we still would have been fine, though. I'm pretty sure we still would have survived. Okay, he's going around that side. We still have this pallet here that he didn't break. He'll block it now, which kind of sucks. Oh, I'm getting stuck. Well, if I didn't get stuck, we actually would have lived. I wanted to go for the rock pallet and I got stuck. Still though, really good kite. I'm surprised we didn't get more decode in. This guy's running a little bit of giant claw. Cause he's not, it's supposed to make me, it's supposed to affect him for 1 second. He struggle. By the way, it doesn't, if you tap faster, it doesn't actually do anything. You can literally tap with one hand and it'll give you the same progress. It takes 14 seconds to struggle out, or is it 15? It doesn't really matter. You can't really struggle faster than how fast you... It's a scam, I know. You have to go outside. They should update that. But yeah, we're gonna get a free rescue here. I'm gonna try to delay getting hit here so I get extra owl. And they're gonna pop. They're gonna pop anyway. I'll survive here. I'm not that worried. Look at all this distance I have. We'll easily survive. Even if he blocks it, like, even if he uses his, I would love to get another owl here. Not gonna drop that pal, because dropping it is a waste of time in that moment. Now we're in a bad situation, though. Okay, he didn't try anything funny, though, so we'll survive. We could get dungeon here. I'm just gonna ping dungeon is here, because even if dungeon isn't here, we're not gonna survive otherwise. So I'll say dungeon is here. The gate's not done yet. I don't know why he swung there. Well, we're just gonna kite until gates open. We're not gonna be able to survive, so. Oh, I'm getting stuck. Yeah, we're definitely dead. Alright. Pretty good kite. I don't know how long the kite was, but I'm pretty sure we kited longer than we needed to. We should have had the more cipher progress, but it's alright. They were helping out the beast, that's why. Alright. Even if they got out, since he swung, we actually would have got into dungeon. Normally Owl doesn't do anything once he has full presence. So very, very easy kite. There's very little Waxars can do on this map. Just overall not a good hunter. Especially on a map like this. He's really only good on Moonlit. Just because on Moonlit, because there's no tall walls. Even then, some areas have tall walls. You're done for in those areas as Wax Artist. So that's how it is. Thank you, Hokage. Hi, Psyche. It's me, Akiran from Discord. Just wanted to wish you a good night. At least it's night for me. It is night for me as well. It's 8:43. And good luck in your matches, bro. Love. Thank you so much, man, Akiran. Or girl, wherever you are. Thank you so much for coming along, saying... Just using your time. Just come here and just write out that message. I really appreciate it because, you know, you had to care for you to do that. So I'm really happy that I inspired you enough for you to come here and do that. So thank you so much. I wish you a good night as well, Kieran. Yeah, you can watch if you want, but if you gotta go to sleep, I get it. Yeah, really solid game so far. Again, like when they go Wax Artists and stuff like that, it's kind of a little bit too easy. Like, we're playing a very good survivor on a very good map against Wax Artist. There's absolutely no reason we die there. We actually didn't kite for as long as I thought. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, we kited very long. Okay. So, for those that don't know, the game actually calculates extra kite time based off the... Because it's so weird because while in the game, I don't know if it said in game if I kited 180 seconds. It probably didn't. After the game ends, it'll add extra time. Depending on whether the hunter was behind a wall the whole time. Because sometimes when hunter's behind walls and you're far from them, the game stops counting kite time. It'll do that. That's why sometimes the herd effect, herd mentality sometimes activates. Herd mentality, you guys know, see this hunter for 5 seconds? It'll sometimes activate, even though the hunter never left you technically. Because the game thinks you stop chasing them, so. Seki handling compliment like a chat, thank you, Hokage. Crimson Bride, you guys like Crimson Bride? It's alright. It's a good skin. Like, when it first came out, I'm like, wow, that's a pretty cool skin. I just don't like it because everyone has it, but it's a good skin. As opposed to something like, what is it called? Well, like what? The bear skin for Mechanic, this one? This one, Candy Girl? Everyone has it, and it's so bad. I don't care at all for it. Oh my god. Because just put cat ears on it, or bear ears, and suddenly everyone's in love with it. Like, jeez. Can we get a little bit more taste on this planet? More taste among the players, please. Alright, we'll run Barmaid just for a little bit of fun. The Seer life, the Perfumer life, it's too easy. The Acrobat life, it's too easy. Alright? We gotta use a Survivor that only gets a 2-second boost when you're using your ability. Because think about it, the heal actually doesn't do anything until after you heal. This is why Barmaid used to be so bad. You used to not be able to drink the speed drink while you're healing, so you use an item that you're not even going to get value out of until 21 seconds later. Ever since then, now it takes 19 seconds technically, but it used to take 21. And plus the speed drink injured you. Because it injured you, you couldn't use it while healing. The game literally wouldn't let you. Alright, I'm not saying that you don't want to. I'm saying that you wouldn't be let. The game literally wouldn't let you. Now that it doesn't injure you, you can drink it. You have something to help you. Plus it takes two less seconds. And that 2 less seconds makes a huge difference. It might not seem like it. But when hunter abilities are like the difference between 14 seconds off a cooldown and 12 seconds or something like that, like hunter abilities generally take 10 to 15 seconds to come back. So now when they miss an ability, they're usually not going to get it back in time because of that. So that's the really big thing about... You guys see this, by the way? This is a huge mistake. I'm just going to fix this right now. I can't stand looking at this. If you're going to drop this palette, at least drop this one. At that point, it's non-negotiable. If you're going to drop that one, you have to drop the second one. Otherwise, it's just too easy to walk around. Like, yeah, you'll get a boost, but it's not going to do as much because you chose to drop the first one for a boost, but then not going to drop the second one. Like, yeah, I know you're not going to vault the second one, but the point is that it takes longer for the hunter to go around. That's the whole point. You either choose to drop that second one and leave the first one up so that you can use it to kite, and that way when you drop it, it's not going to be so easy for the hunter to go around because you already had the other one dropped. Because here's the thing, if you drop that one and you choose to kite with this one, look at how short that wall is. You're easily going to go around it. You have to drop the one that was left up and then leave the one that's down up if you want to use it to kite. Alright? Because now that way when you're kiting on it, the hunter has to break one of those pallets now because it's too hard to go around because you dropped the other one ahead of time. Either you choose to kite with it or you drop both for a boost. That's how it works. Either you leave that one on the side dropped. Yeah, that one should always be dropped regardless. It just depends on your goal at that point. Because like Wu Chang, he's not going to be able to do anything. Honestly, you don't really need the boost against Wu Chang. Like, but absolutely, this one should always be dropped. This one you can choose to leave dropped or up. Depends on your goal. If you just want to boost, drop it as well. Don't leave the other one up. Otherwise, it's going to be easy to go around. You don't want to make the hunter's life easy. You want to make it hard. That's the whole goal. How do we not have ciphers? How did I finish my cipher by me wasting time dropping that pallet? I would never do that, by the way. Never do that. Just drop it once you're done with the cipher. But I just want to make a point that cipher should be dropped. Sorry, that pallet should be dropped. It's that one that was left up. Never leave that one up if you're going to drop the other one. That's just like something with kiting. Like just for me, kiting is a lot of logic. Just your goal as a survivor is to just make it every time you vault something, you use your head. Like, you gotta think. I'm sorry, that kind of sounds insulting. You have to ask yourself, are they gonna break it or are they gonna go around it? if you leave the other one up, now they're going to go around it, and if they're going to go around it, you want to make it difficult for them to go around it. So if you drop the second one, now breaking it and going around is a bad option. You want to make it so that the hunter has no option. That's the goal here, that no matter what option they pick, whether they break it or whether they go around, you make it annoying for them. I think I showed that really well with the wax artist match. The wax artist match last game when I was seer kiting, just make it so annoying for the hunter. Like, whether they break the hunter, whether they break the power, or whether they leave it up, I was just able to completely take advantage of him. Like, he broke some, and I took advantage of it. He left some up, and I took advantage of it. I didn't take advantage of it right away. Sometimes I took advantage of it later. But the point is that eventually you come back to it, and you make it as painful as possible for the hunter. Like, every choice that the hunter does, you do the opposite that they don't want you to do. And that's kind of like the goal of Survivor. Is that, look at this. Look at how this window right now. We're not going to vault this window right now because we want to save the boost, because the boost is going to be so much more painful for this hunter to deal with later on. Look at this, that he doesn't even want to chase me because we just have too many resources to deal with him because I'm not wasting them. Another thing, I could have went straight to this pallet. I didn't. I chose to go around this window first. Why did I choose to do that? It's because in the end, I'm gonna kite here no matter what. Since I have the extra distance, let's waste it on him just having to walk to me. And that's kind of like the whole idea. I guess he's gonna use a watch, so I'm gonna keep decoding. So the watch will protect him for 5 seconds. Unless he gets found, in which case he's gonna have to come heal me. Yeah, he's getting chased. I have to do this rescue. It's gonna be after half too. Is he going for this rescue? He's going for it. Alright. No, he can't. He's not even going to make it before half. This is worst case scenario. Does he not have a watch? If he didn't have a watch, he should have just came to my cipher. I don't know. I wish he would ping his abilities. His items. He should ping his items. Come on, use the watch. If he has the watch, he'll use it. Alright. Okay, as soon as he uses the bell... Wait, did he use the bell? Okay. Okay. How did I know he used the bell? Some of you guys might be wondering, when do I know the hunter used the bell? The moment I saw him stop getting healed, because you can actually tell if someone's being healed or not. The moment I saw him, like, stop getting healed, like, you can see they're crouched down lower to the ground when they're being healed. But when they're not being healed, their head is higher up. And that's when I popped. I was a little bit confused there, because there's a time where he stopped healing him. But I didn't pop it yet because I know he just used his bell. I mean, at least I swear he did on the rescue. So that's why I didn't pop there. It was a little bit scary, but eventually he did get back on the acrobat. Then I popped. Again, we kind of got lucky there because there's a chance that someone still goes down immediately. But it's way better than letting the person get picked up immediately. That's way better. I hope he teleports on me. Just so the acrobat is completely safe. Awesome. We're going to communicate that to the acrobat, so now the acrobat doesn't have to worry about the teleport. Now the acrobat knows he wasted his teleport, so now he knows there's nothing this hunter can do. Very important that even when we're leaving, it's so important to say that kind of stuff because they don't know if I just left randomly because I see them opening the gates, so they might. I know, worst case scenario, I'm going to be dumb and then think that they're going to leave no matter what. I want to tell my teammate that I left because the hunter is near me, so hopefully they'll be able to use their critical thinking skills and they'll be like, oh, he's near him. I just heard an umbrella. That must mean he just uses teleport. So again, if it's not clear, that's where VC would be helpful. But that's kind of why I'm saying you don't really need VC in context like that because you should be able to ask yourself, okay, what does it mean if hunter's near him? It means that he just teleported on him. If he has no teleport, it means he can't stop me. So acrobat knew to do exactly that. Great work from the acrobat. I don't know how Ellie got that rescued. That Wuching had no business stopping the first officer there. Sorry, not stopping the first officer there. Ellie had no business getting that rescue. He didn't even use a watch. I was like thinking like watch. Watch would be the one reason Ellie would go rescue that. If he doesn't have a watch, he should come help my cipher. Because dude, going to rescue at half health is so bad because you just go to rescue, you get knocked down. The hunter's usually knocking you away from the chair on purpose when they swing at you. So then you'll have to waste some of the boost, plus they usually have Berserker.
you'll rescue them, and then someone goes down immediately. All those things combined. So it's a really bad strategy to rescue at half health on Cyber's Farm. It's one of the worst strategies in this game. When it comes to overrated strategies, Mechanic is probably the most overrated survivor. Overrated strategies, thinking it's okay to rescue at half health on the Cyber's Prime. It's not. Seki, why don't you and LEVC? I don't know. I guess I didn't ask him. That's why. I didn't really ask him to play. I forgot. I used to be able to play this one song on the piano. I need to look at the notes. I don't think there's any like the dark piano keynotes. I don't think they're on this piano. I don't know why they're not on the piano. Anyway, it's kind of a shame. I need to review the song. But I think the thing is, there's another song I really like to play on the piano, but it uses one of the dark keys. So I don't think this piano has that. This piano sucks. Like, could you have at least named them G1, G2, G3? Why is it 1, 2, 3? Tell me what kind of note is it? Is it A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Yeah, those are the notes, right? There's an A, there's a B, there's a C, there's a D. There is an E, F, G. The highest is G. Yeah, there's no H or I or J. Psyche concert win. I was actually thinking, like, I want to learn a song on that piano. Like, just to play it. Just to play it. And, like, it uses 2 hands. So, I was using 1 hand there, but that song uses a 2nd hand as well. That's so annoying because the 2nd hand also uses a dark key. There's no dark keys on this piano. The black keys I'm talking about. The light key, the dark key, whatever you want to call them. Black key, white key. Suki, how's the rank matches going? We're doing really well today. We actually got a nice team today. We got Mama, we got Verg, we got Ellie. Every once in a while I like say something, but in the end they come through. It's just like if it was a hunter that was like a little bit okay, we got key spawn. Hunter spawn by corner house, which means the cipher behind me will always get blocked. Yep. When it stops lighting up like that, well, you know what? I guess I'll just prove a point. Just to show you guys, it is locked. There you go. So there you go. So yeah, how are the rank matches going? Oh, why is this hunter taking this route? Dude, what are these routes? She still didn't go after me? Why? Why would you not go after me? Okay, now that... Okay, this is why I don't do island service, because every once in a while hunters do come through that area, and then they check on island, but... it actually would have been faster to do middle, on second thought. Yeah, there you go. It only lasts 40 seconds. But yeah. It's nice to see you and Ellie play again. We haven't got a collab in a while. Yeah. I don't know. Ellie is just... Does Ellie still play? Does Ellie play a lot? I forgot to check what Ellie's tier is. He's Griffin 3, right? He didn't hit Titan either if he's Griffin 3. Either that or he demoted. So he'll be Griffin 2 now? He should be Griffin 2 by now. Because we played a lot. Oh, that's kind of annoying. The cipher won't be blocked though, so it's not a big deal. So as long as Ellie doesn't go down here, it won't get blocked, assuming. Oh, he actually switched targets? Okay, I'm gonna drop this while I still have a chance. Does he actually have recording? No, he doesn't. Okay, we're gonna try to use... This should prevent the recording, right? Oh no, I'm still getting recorded. Didn't do anything. Get roasted. Get roasted. Man, it feels bad to get stunned on that pallet, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure we're gonna survive here. Yeah, he got a recording on me, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna use the ball here. And he doesn't have a blink either to stop this. That didn't do anything. Should I take this tram? Yeah, we don't really have another option, do we? So he'll get on the tram. Oh, did he not? Okay, he chose not to go after me. He definitely could have gotten on the tram.
Did someone finish the cipher yet? No. So we're actually gonna come back to the cipher. What's the timer for block ciphers? I actually forgot. It used to be 12 seconds. Or is it 10? It's either 10 or 12. I always get confused. I think the recording lasts 12 and then the block lasts 10. But then they nerfed both of those. They nerfed both of those things for Clerk. So like one of them is like 1 second less, the other is 2 seconds less. Like I need to double check it. It used to be 12, 10. Then one of them got nerfed -2, the other one got nerfed -1 second. I would need to check again. But yeah, technically, guys, it would have been better to use the mud ball when I used the fireball. I should have used the mud ball because using those pallets is really risky. If they were dropped, it would have been actually an amazing route because I would have gotten a pallet boost. We would have been set. That would have been an OP route if those pallets were dropped. She has no blink. She had nothing to pick up pallets. She only had a window recording. We know that for a fact. So using the mud ball there is better. But since she didn't have any well, anyway, using a firebomb there is also fine. It's just, since the pallet wasn't dropped, we needed a mud ball there so that we can use a better pallet. Wow, look at this. Ellie's getting blinked twice. Feels bad. This is the second time Ellie got blinked in the same match. Always sucks when that happens. Alright, so she actually finished her cipher. Perfumer's doing a great job not touching the cipher when it's being checked. I do remember this, though. I do remember that it takes 6 seconds for this cooldown to come back. She got recorded, unfortunately. I'll still keep doing it in the meantime, as much as possible. But yeah, that's why I didn't touch the cipher. I knew at any second she could check and then it completely waste time. So it's gonna, since she just checked on us, it's gonna take 6 seconds. So she'll have it back now. Oh, look at that, Mama knows. If she tries recording someone else, she can't record us. Okay, now is our chance because she just hit someone. There you go, great timing. And Mama's gonna do the gate. It's very risky to try to help out right now, but we're gonna let her do the gate. I guess we could try to do the glitch, right? Yeah, you know what? Hold up. We could try to do the glitch. There you go. This doesn't always work. Sometimes it does. It doesn't work every match. In our test, it doesn't work. I tested this in the Mythbusters. It doesn't always work. But it's... And no, it's not possible to switch. Like, there's no way the Clerk can see who she's recording. Because we're on top of each other, there's no way she can know if she's recording between me, the perfumer, or between me or the perfumer. She just has to try. Sometimes it picks the perfumer at random, sometimes it picks me at random. Other times it picks me consistently. The point is it's inconsistent. So it doesn't always work, but it's good to see. It's good to see and then test it out. Because it could save it. Testing it sooner than later. Every match is a little bit different. Not every match will the person who's standing get recorded. Sometimes they do get prioritized, other times no. Oh, you meant the early game record... you meant the cipher lock at the beginning. That's 40 seconds. I thought you meant like how long does the cipher get blocked if Clerk recorded you? Because they just changed that with the recent nerf. What's the glitch? Watch, it's not a glitch. I said that wrong. It's just like a thing you can do against Clerk. Check out the recent Mythbusters on my channel. Just released that a few weeks ago. At the end of the video, I talk about it, like what I'm talking about. It's basically when you have one person touch the gate, then they get off the gate, but they make sure they're in the same exact spot that another person can do the gating. So then we're right on top of each other. So then when the Clerk tries to record, she can't tell who she's recording. In theory, it's supposed to record the person who's standing there, and not the one who's decoding. In my test, that doesn't always work, though. Every once in a while it does, not always. So let me check. This used to be 12 seconds, the record. So it went from 12 to 10, and then this went from 10 to 9. It's a 3-second difference. So when you get blocked, it only lasts 9 seconds now. So this is the -1 when it cancels you from being able to interact with that thing, and this is the -2. Suki, do you think Composer is a good survivor / decoder? It seems like he will be. You know, playing survivor. Oh, is rank over? Oh, see ya, Bubba. I didn't even notice rank was over. I think Mama was trying to emote there. I just kind of left early. I'm sorry. I thought I was like eating into your time at that point because everyone else was already gone. Composer feels like a good survivor. I guess I'll ask her. We could play a few quick matches. This composer. We could demonstrate him maybe. I don't know if we're gonna get matches. Why do you pronounce it as Ellie and why not Eli? Because I pronounce the I's like that. When I see I's by itself, I just kind of pronounce it like E. I'm just used to it like that. Because like I never see the English language ever use I like that. But Polish, I know Polish. Polish uses I like that exactly. And it's very often that the last letter in the word is I. So I'm just so used to assuming it means E. So I say Ellie. You know, it's kind of weird because I don't pronounce the E in Eli as E. I pronounce it Ellie. Rhythm game psyche time? We'll do a few quick matches. I don't know if my brother watches these streams. You know what? I don't even know if I want to say it, but he said something that, like... I'm not going to say it. Alright. Yeah, we're going to play some Composer. We'll play him in quick match. I can't play it in rank, so we'll play it in quick. It would have been nice if Ellie and the other person, Verk, stuck around. Yeah, I'm just used to saying Ellie. I pronounced Sears' name the exact same way. GG's Ellie, it was pretty cool. You did good. Post-mid dance, good kite at the end as well against that Clerk. Definitely not easy. Clerk swings so fast and she recovers so fast from missed attacks. So those Bs are hard to get value out of when she's able to deal with them so quickly. Like other hunters like Wei Wuchang or like... Well, Ripper could technically one-shots them, but... My point is like really slow attacking hunters. Like that's when the Bs are really good. So if it's a fast attacking hunter like Clerk, man, so you did really good. How are you farther on Logic Pad than Psyche? It's because I haven't really been playing. I play like 2 times a week nowadays. I didn't even get the last Logic Pad skin. So you know how I prided myself on only missing 1 Logic Pad skin, and that was the Magician Aladdin. I'm missing 2 now because of the last season. It's such an ugly skin. I don't really care. It's so ugly, but I technically don't have the Mind's Eye one. And I'm not gonna pay Echoes. I know I can pay Echoes. I can technically buy it for Echoes. I don't care enough. It's not like I can't buy it. I can totally buy Echoes. You know, back then I wasn't. Alright, but now I technically have my own money. I technically have a debit card. I could take my birthday money that I can never spend on video games and put in my debit card and then use my debit card. Technically the debit card has college money on it right now and not really my money. My money is just sitting in like some drawer in our house from all my years of birthdays. I never use it. I never use it. There's hundreds and hundreds just sitting there somewhere. You actually like that skin? There's nothing wrong with it. You can like the skin. I hope I bought Composer. Okay, I did. If I didn't buy him, it would have asked me if I want to use a trial. I guess I would have used it. You guys know how many trial cards I have? Oh, I have an unlocked card. I guess I could buy Composer for free. I have way too many of these. Look at this, 92. How many skin trial cards do I have for that matter? How many of these do I have? Jeez! This is from like every week. Every week you get one of these for free. Just for playing the game for 6 times a week. I don't like dismantling them. I kind of like saving them. I don't need the fragments. I'm not going to use the fragments. Oh my god. We have so many Composers. Did I count the last match, by the way? How many wins are we at? Guess we're not gonna find out. Hand over the card, sake. What are you gonna use them for? You guys not have all the characters? I guess it's really hard to get all the characters nowadays, because like I've had all the characters unlocked since 3 years ago, so ever since then I just buy whatever's the newest character. Because like I don't like I just save up the clues. Like I always save at least 4,000. If I know it's exactly a hunter, you know what? Technically we shouldn't decode together. I'm so tempted to use this boost just to catch up to the cipher. Alright, I gotta focus though. We'll switch to level 2 once we get 20. At the beginning of the stream, for those who weren't at the beginning of the stream, I explained at the beginning that you only need to do enough to get 20%, and after that you can switch to level 2 and just make it way easier on yourself. Oh shoot, I'm talking. Okay, let's stop talking. It's Gamekeeper. And Composer's getting chased, not the Prospector. I'm just remembering now, it's gonna make it really hard to ping. Okay, it's also making it really hard to talk. Alright, but now that we're at 20%, I can just turn on level 2 and it's the same exact thing. So now we don't really need to focus all. This is light work. And here oh shoot, I might die here. Okay, well, I'm fine. Here's the thing with Composer. You don't need to get combos. Combos don't do anything. I wish they did do something. But it's really just a flex. They don't actually do anything. You just need to keep your 20% decode. So the whole idea here with Composer is that you're just trying to get your 20% as quickly as possible, then after that, it doesn't matter. He might peeper this. Does he have peepers? No, he's just looking at it. Okay, and by the way, one more thing. I explained this at the beginning of the stream as well. I purposefully picked this song. I made it so I can't ever get the other song. Because the other song you technically get less notes with, which will make it harder to get 20% with. Sorry, not harder. It'll make it... The song I'm playing right now is harder. Okay, my bad, that doesn't matter. Okay, he's not gonna come for me. It takes the same amount of time to get out of a trap as it does to break a trap, so this doesn't matter at all. It only matters if I'm about to get chased. Okay, I guess we'll use it now. Now that I know someone else is getting chased, we can just use this for moving around. But I do need to catch up to a cipher. This is really bad. I'm not doing a cipher for a very long time. Look how far. This is one of my annoyances with Church, is that the map is split up in like 2 halves. So you get, sometimes this happens. If you run into someone else's cipher, this is exactly what's going to happen. You need to make sure you're not running into people's ciphers. Maybe we'll do level 3 just to flex. Because it is more fun, let's be honest. Although I think this is the end of the song though. Oh no, it's not. There's still a little bit more. Okay, there's a lot more. I forgot about this part. But yeah, it doesn't matter at all how many combos you do. It doesn't matter how many notes you hit at the... Like, once you have 20, it doesn't matter at all. I will say, my one annoyance with Composer... is that when I'm decoding, the red button shows up where I want to use my joystick. Like, let's say I need to move. Let's say I need to move out the way because the hunter is getting close by. I have to, like, awkwardly use my joystick around the red button. Like, look at this. Like, that's so awkward. Then I have to readjust. That's my one complaint. I don't like that. Okay, that's the end of the song. Is this Survivor Joseph? No, it's not. It really should have been. You're right. Why isn't it Joseph? Okay, I have to be careful here because at the very end, the game actually prevents you. Oh, I actually could have popped that. Oopsies. Oh, we'll just tell her to take over the cipher. No, don't pop that! Oh, wait, no, do pop that. I thought she got hooked there. Because if she got hooked there and then swung at it, that would have been god-awful. Hunter change target? Okay, no, Prospector is saying that. Okay, well now she's gonna go down. If I were him, I would probably run off the gate just in case of teleport. Just for a few seconds. Just for a few seconds. Okay, but he obviously doesn't care. He's just gonna live and die with the teleport. He's just gonna keep decoding it. I guess he's like thinking about what if he chairs close to us. Yeah, the gamekeeper should have done that. Then we would have been in trouble. Alright, this dude's... Okay, I thought this dude's trying to kill me. Which song? The song that I'm playing right now, I forgot what it's called. The song I'm playing right now is the one that you want to be playing because you can get to 20% faster. Because there's more notes in a shorter amount of time than for the other song. Oopsie, I should have liked the gamekeeper. I look like such a jerk now. Yeah, turning it up to level 3 is the fastest, but it also depends what song you play. Depending on what song you play, you can reach 20% faster or slower. You want to be Prelude number 5 in D minor. You need to be playing this one. If you play this one, like this is, if you play the other one, it's fine. It'll just, if you ever get this song and you're not at 20% decode yet, it's gonna take longer. I didn't calculate how long yet. I recorded it. I'll be able to say later. The notes always show up in the same spots. There's never more or less notes in the song. They're just different colors. So the notes are always in the same spot. They're just different colors. That's the only thing that's different in the songs. Otherwise, they're consistent. You always get like 60 notes hit at the end of a certain section in one of your songs. I've noticed that. Oopsie. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to re-invite her. I hate that you can't just leave the custom without kicking everyone out. Alright, now she's sitting in there. She's wondering what just happened. Alright, now we have to do it. You can give feedback on Composer. I did the same complaint. The red button doesn't allow you to. That's a valid complaint. But the problem is, where else are you gonna move it? Like a little bit higher on the screen? Then we got a problem with phone players. I guess phone players, you have to have it in that spot. The screen is just too small. With iPad, I have a lot of flexibility. I can move that a lot of places on the screen. So it doesn't need to necessarily be where the joystick is. But that's a really annoying problem. Oh look, she walked all the way back here. I gotta use my firework. She gifted me a firework a long time ago. I only have it on my male survivors. This is so sexist. Guys, look at my skin. Ooh. I got this by random, by the way. Like, why is it always gotta be the garbage survivors? Alright. Like the issue with Flywheel can move around. They fixed that. Oh, you're saying that's how they fixed the Flywheel show? Yeah, you're right. They did. That's good. I wish they did Danganronpa version 3. We'd get Keita as composer, but the Aces are cowards and would never gender bend. I have no idea who that is, but I'm just laughing for all the other people who know what that is. Alright. We're just chilling here. We're waiting. Yeah, how's school going for you guys? You guys ending school anytime soon? What's up with you guys? You guys excited for the holidays? You guys going somewhere? Going some places? I'm staying at home as always. I think I've said that earlier in the stream. At home as always. If I'm not at school, I'm at home. That's my guarantee. I can give you a psyche guarantee on that. If I'm not at school, I'm at home doing nothing. I can guarantee that. I actually like this novelist skin. I think it's actually pretty nice. I like the cards surrounding him. I think it's pretty cool. He still looks ugly as hell, but the skin is cool. You know, one thing about the skin, I like the art. I've never thought I'd say this ever about a skin. I like the art of the skin better than the actual skin itself. Why wasn't the skin like this in the art? I mean, they're almost the same, but I don't know. What's wrong with it. They look. I think it's the eyes. I don't like how the eyes. Some survivors, like, you don't notice that their eyes are buttons, and they do it really well. Like, you don't notice their eyes are buttons. Like, what's a good one? I really like the way Black Swan does it. Like, you can hardly tell those are buttons, because they change the color of the buttons. All right, but some skins, they just do a bad job with it. Just do such a bad job with it. Some of these skins. Some of them, it looks like they're trying to turn them into like jewelry. So I don't like that. Like this skin, your eyes literally look like jewelry. Currently doing academies outside
college. University is killing me. Just want to sleep more than 2 hours. Hey, that's not so bad. 2 hours is actually quite a lot, considering you're in college. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm there. Safara by Bad Bunny. We're both playing composer, guys. Let's go. I'm surprised they're not also going composer. I'll send you screen record later. Ooh. Would they give Katie to composer though, since she's a girl? Again, like gender bending. I don't think they would. You just don't listen to him. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. For the rest of you not answering, I'll just assume you're in high school or elementary school. I'm just kidding. Alright, next match. You work at UPS. You should work for USPS. That's a government job. Why work for UPS? Alright. Well, you kind of need to be there's a few things you need to do do a government job is the problem. Obtain 60 sacks of total sensation. What is total sensation? Oh, God. It's not that this guy is that hard to kite, it's that everyone else it's hard for him to kite. This is the wrong song. So you guys are like seeing, I'm not getting as many notes early on as I would with the other song. Like, I'm only at 30. I would have been at 30 long ago. Like, right about now, I would be almost at the 60 mark with the other song. So it takes quite a while. It is a lot easier, I guess. I mean, depending what you consider easy. I practiced both songs a lot, so I've only practiced today, and look how much progress I've been making. Even while talking, honestly, it's really not that difficult. I should be paying attention to did I just ping without realizing it? Wow, I'm a monster. Okay, so I don't know why it's showing his ally because of herd mentality. Oopsies. Well, that doesn't matter. We don't need a combo. I really wish there was a point of comboing. There should be a point in combos. There's no point. It's not a banger, but it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. Alright, so there we go. We share damage one time. So everyone right now is at 0.4, besides the batter, who's at full health. It's important to keep these numbers in mind later, so we can do some math later on the match and figure out where we're at. So this will be the other song now. This is the hard one. We're actually taking a long time. I've never had the song take shorter than the cipher. It's because of Hermit that the cipher is taking so long. Otherwise, it wouldn't. It's really hard to concentrate on two things when it's this song. Okay, now we got a little bit of a break here. So what's going on? Priestess is getting chased, I think. No, she's not. She's doing a cipher. Composer is getting chased. Okay. So we share damage right there. So he's actually... Okay, we're at point A right now. So I will die to one hit right now. Priestess shared damage 3 times. So she's at 0.4, 0.4, and 0.6. So right now she's actually at 1.4 damage right now. So healing her will allow her to still rescue. Alright, this guy is also at 1.4 by that same logic. Because he also got hit for 0.4, 0.4, and 0.6. I will die in one hit though. So I do have to be careful about that. No one's pinging though, so I don't know who is getting chased. He will survive with one hit here though, so if he takes a basic hit, he'll still survive. For me, I will die in one hit. With doing some simple math, again, simple is a relative term. But we're definitely not going to be kiting or rescuing anytime soon, so I'll just use it for the speed bonus, why not? It's 4.2 seconds of speed, plus the 0.7 that you get when you use the ability. So it's like 4.97 seconds... Sorry, 4.9 seconds of speed. It's really good. Almost 5 seconds of a 50% speed bonus, which is when you're faster than the Hunter, by the way. That's really good for a decoder. That's amazing. I will die to the next hit here. I'm actually going to put it at level 2 so I can concentrate. So who's getting chased right now? As long as the... well, right now I will not die. Should I have switched to red?
What color was she? Oh, I should have switched to blue. It's really hard to talk, concentrate my teammates. So he just pinged that where? They just pinged over there. Okay. This will be the easier song. You can't change your songs in game, by the way. You can only do that when you're not in a game. The songs I have locked in, I'm stuck with. I just gotta watch out for a red connection here. I just don't want to get killed here. It's gonna be really hard. Do it right there. And she still died. Did she get Terror Shock? She still survived. She got Terror Shock. She actually would have survived if she didn't vault that. So Composer just took damage for no reason. He took a lot of damage too, because that was a Terror Shock. That really sucks. And the excitement. What's the decode? Has anyone else been pinging, or have I just been unable to concentrate? Batter's going down as well. We have no rescuer. I had to finish this cipher at least. Okay. Not anymore. I do gotta be careful here. The game does prevent you from getting off the cipher for a little bit. You guys notice, like, for a little bit when I try to get off the cipher? Well, that's because that time it was because I was putting down my my tuning fork. But even when you're not trying to pick it up, even when you already put it down on the cipher, it still takes like an extra second. Okay, I will not die here because I have the opposite charging him. So he'll rescue this. Someone's probably gonna die unless she has. Yep. Okay. Unless she has time to hit the hunter with the ball. So he's gonna connect the gates here. It's gonna take quite a bit longer now. I'll drop one of these. I don't really have time to drop the other one. I kind of need to go rescue here. Can I even make this? I don't think I can make this anymore. I'm going to utilize as many boosts as possible. Oh, I can't use this window. I was going to use that window. It's not like it would have done that much. 25%. Oh, we have the same polarity. I could still get dungeon. It's possible. He doesn't know where I am. Yeah, version 3 is never gonna happen. I mean, they confirmed it. They confirmed it's never gonna happen. I'd like to do a kite as composer. I feel like this boost has a lot of... This is quite a good kiting... For a decoder, obviously. Obviously not the best kiting character. But for a decoder, he's got amazing abilities. Alright, obviously not vaulting slow is nice, just so every time you vault, you're not at a huge loss. Now, that's not like what decides your kite, obviously. I've said it before, like, no matter how fast or slow you kite, it's not really what's gonna stop you from taking a hit. Oh, she said that because this person's name is that. Oh. Okay, now I see why Mama said that. Okay. I keep doing that. Bad habit. Yeah, they said themselves, Danganronpa 3 is never gonna come. What was he talking about before that? Something about composer? What was he talking about? I don't remember anymore. Oh yeah, how like vaulting speed is not the difference maker in terms of like when the hunter uses their ability, but it does help the hunter catch up to you little by little, in terms of that regard. So sometimes vaulting does make a difference, but not directly, indirectly. And by indirectly, I mean when the hunter's far from you and you're doing actions, every action you do is a lot slower because you're vaulting slower. Every time you drop a PAL, you're taking like half a second longer than you should be, which that's half a second less time that the hunter has to spend walking for you later because you're wasting it dropping a PAL. And I know it's not wasting because you had to do it, but at the end of the day, it's easier for the hunter to catch up that way. That's what ends up leading for you to take that basic. When they finally do catch up, that's when you have a need of your ability. So here's the thing about Composer. Composer has both the ability to quickly get over stuff, like quickly vault stuff, drop stuff, unlike Mechanic and Mind's Eye, where every single time they drop something, there's just so much extra time that the hunter's able to catch up to them while they're doing that action. If they aren't already within range of using their ability. And when they are in range of using their ability, they have also no ability on top of that of their own to counter it. That's when vaulting doesn't matter. Vaulting does matter though, I guess, if they're far from you. Because then every action you do is helping them catch up if you're doing it slowly. Alright. Easy song, alright. Wu Chang. Okay. Not great for decoders, obviously. Someone sent me a message right now. Oh no, that's Instagram. That's not Discord. Alright. Mama's dead. Mama, you're dead! Come on! Yo, days! 69 combo. Oh, gotta mention it. Hey, anytime I see those two sets of numbers, we gotta say it. I'm gonna miss it. No, I didn't miss that on purpose. But you know what? Now we get to see another 69. Oh, is he going on me? He's going on me. I saw that. Hello, how you doing? All right. Where was I? No. I missed. It's really hard to do this with one hand. I'm a composer, guys. I'm a composer. I'm at 77 now instead of 80. And Sayaka could be. Oh my god, you guys are still talking about that. I don't care. Imagine trying to do this with one hand. Jeez. That would be a real challenge. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. I look like an idiot. Thank you! Thank you so much! And now for my next song! Something in D minor! Let's go! Man, this is a banger right here. Yo, is that composer not... That prospector's just leaving Mama? This is impossible. Man, these ciphers are so far away. I don't even know how that counted. The fifth one. Seki biting a little too much. Come on, where's the song at? Oh no, this is impossible to do with one hand. I can't do that. You see, if you know if I'm trying to go with the other hand for the other song, that's how you know it's easy. This one, no way, I can't do that. Well, I'll get better at moving my camera while oopsie. I'll also get better at talking while doing this. Alright, it all comes down with practice. Like, it's just like pinging. Like, once you get in the habit of pinging, you're gonna be pinging it even when everyone is dead. And that's a good habit to get into, because then you're never at fault for not communicating. You're always just doing it without even realizing. Alright, he's not gonna be able to catch up, but it's so annoying every time having to readjust myself. You guys notice that? You guys see that every time? Like, I'm losing just a little bit every single time. It matters. Alright, let's get back on the cipher. Let's get back to the vibing action. It's the boring part of the song. Bro, I'm about to fall asleep. I mean, it's still good music, but... Nope, they left. Well, Hunter's near me. Oh, I'm really far away from my seat now. Alright, guys, let's use this... Let's just show you why I don't use this window. Oh, for some reason he uses umbrella. This is why I don't use this window, by the way. Look at how crappy this is. Like, what did it do for me? That sucks. Are we still gonna have enough? Yep, we will. No terror shock for you. Ha! Let's go! I purposely used the bad area just to test it. I just wanted to test it. That's why that's such a bad area. Because the wall is on the wrong side. Oh, that's a really bad pop, though. Now I might die. This palette really sucks. Like, they added it, it really sucks. Why is he going on the long side? Alright, well, we're still dead here. Oh, never mind, he missed. Okay, well, let's not use that any more than I have to, but still. This palette is broken. Oh, nice blink, though. If we can get our other tone back, maybe we can stall it out here. Maybe. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very hard. We just need a last 7, 6, 5. Oh, I got a slow ball. Mistake. That was my mistake. I think we'll be able to survive here. Yep, we will. No dungeon. Oh, he's so lucky. Man, but that ability is a lifesaver, man. Can we get lifesavers to sponsor this stream? Oh, come on! Alright, he got me. Composer not having to do wool calibrations. That's not the hard part. The point of it is that it's supposed to stop you in your tracks. The important part that I want you guys to notice there is that we were still able to get away with those speed bonuses. That like this ability is seriously sometimes better than like other survivor builds. Like this ability, the boost, is actually sometimes better than perfume. I'm not kidding. It sometimes really is better. That's the crazy part. Is that sometimes really is better. It's so good. Like think about the amount of boost you're getting. Because each boost is 0.7 seconds long. So each one is 0.7 seconds long. It's a 50% boost. You're getting a window boost for this. 0.7 seconds 6 times. That's 4.2 seconds. You also get, it doesn't mention this, but you also get an extra 0.7 just for using this ability. Not even for hitting the notes. You just get a bonus right there. And it's really good. It's really good. Sometimes this is better than like actual kiting abilities. It's 6 times Hokage, not 6 seconds. But it's almost 5 seconds of worth of boost. It's crazy good. Does his ability cancel the Belson? It does not, but it does help you avoid doing the calibrations. So if you get hit with the bell, you don't have to do the calibration, but it still slows you down. Hitting the calibration is not the hard part. The hard part is avoiding it. You want to avoid it entirely because you don't want to get stunned in your tracks. Mama had to go, I think. Oh my god. I'm actually curious, like, how can they possibly help me? I always like to read these, just to see how bad the devs are. The composer will activate tuning calibration. Alright, this will be good for you as well, Hokage, because you said, who's the new survivor? New survivor, this is a decoder. He plays music, and that music helps him decode faster. But to get the decode, you have to earn it, so I kind of like that. The composer will activate tuning calibration. According to the music when decoding a cyber machine. There's 2 different songs. Depending on the song you play, you get more or less notes. If you want to get faster decode sooner, if you want to get the 20% faster decode quicker in a less amount of time, both songs will give you 20% decode in the end. It just one of them will allow you to get 20% faster. Because it has more notes in it. So you want to be playing that one all the time. I wonder if it's gonna say that in this guide, that you should be playing one song over the other. The composer will activate the tuning calibration according to the music. Select the right movement to increase the composer's decoding speed. It doesn't increase your decode speed. It increases how often you get notes. And then if you hit that note, you get a decode bonus. So hitting notes doesn't increase your decode speed. It's, getting notes, Well, actually, what is it trying to say? It doesn't directly increase decode speed. You have to actually, it's all about hitting the notes. And then after you hit a certain amount of notes, you can't go faster than that. So at that point, there's no point of going to level 3. You just go to level 2 to make it easier on yourself. If you are adept at tuning calibration, you can opt for Andante. This is level 3, I think. I think Largo. Largo. Oh, I'm French. Largo. If you are adept at tuning calibration, you can opt for Andante. To quickly gain up to 80 stacks of tonal sensation before switching to Largo. Oh, that's what I was saying. They were actually, yeah, okay. That's a good tip. I was saying that. Okay, that's actually good. That's a good tip. I mean, you know it's a good tip if I mention it. Tuning calibration is unnecessary when the final cipher machine is almost fully decoded, to avoid interfering with priming. Yes, that is true, but it's not like you can control it. You have to do the music no matter what, so I don't see what the point of that is. When a heartbeat appears while decoding, pay attention to the arrow on the screen to determine the hunter's location. If you are certain... Yeah, again, you don't need cold, guys. It says. The ability does it for you. Not that a cold is very good, because cold, they still need to face you. Like, right now, in this picture, cold would not trigger, because they're looking at you behind a wall. They have to look at you, alright? And they have to not be behind a wall, alright? Sometimes they're not looking at you when they're going to you. Or they're not looking directly at you, so it's not like you get info. When a heartbeat appears while decoding, pay attention. If you are certain the hunter is targeting you, use tuning to create distance between you and the hunter. Yes, it's a good tip. But you should hold on to it until when they try to start using their ability. That's when you want to use the boost. Are you playing today in the stream? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I played today. Survivor match. Thank you so much, Glenn. Oh, no, you're asking that to Hokage. No, Hokage wasn't playing today. When using tuning... Oh my god, leg reveal. I'm getting lazy here. When using tuning, the tuning area's location is determined by the direction your character's facing. Is it? Really? The tuning area's location is determined by the direction your character is facing? Really? What is this trying to say? I don't understand what this last one's saying. I'm looking back when I'm cutting, I'm still getting the whole boost. What location? I don't mean what location. Are they talking about the notes? No, I don't get this one. I should probably test this. Does anyone know what this last one was trying to tell me? When notes are hit, it creates a tuning area. Okay, but that tuning area, it's not like it does anything. You get the boost. It's just a visual effect. The speed boost? Yeah, but how does it change depending on my character's orientation? How does it change the location? No, I don't get that one. I'll try it out right now, but I don't see what that one's talking about. You're one of my lovers. I don't know if you're talking to me or Hokage. I'm just gonna assume Hokage. Glenn, I'm gonna be honest, Glenn, I don't even know you. I'm sorry, that's so mean. Do you see the lines on each side of where he's facing? What lines? Oh, you talking about that? Yeah, but that's a visual thing. It's referring to that. Why would you need to pay attention to that? Just hit the notes. Like, yeah, I notice it. Like, you're talking about these. The ones that show up around me. Oh, so you're telling me if I change my... Oh, so there's a chance I might not even get the boost if I'm not staying in the same direction when I hit the note. So, like, right now, I'm gonna get the whole boost because I'm going in the same direction I'm using the thing. But right here, if I just change my route randomly, you guys see the speed bonus went in a different direction. Like right there, I didn't get the boost, but it still showed up. Can other survivors get the boost now is my question. Can other survivors around me get this tuning area boost? I'm actually gonna help this mercenary out. And we're gonna test it out. Okay, come on, man. Okay, you know what? Now he might get off the cipher, cause he might go rescue. At least the AI should know he should rescue, right? I think he'll go rescue, at least before half, right? Are you gonna go rescue, dude? Because I know for... Yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm gonna see if we can help speed him up. Is this a thing? No, we're still faster than him. I'll drop the pellet on him. Wait. So, it's only for me, but apparently I have to stay in the same direction. Otherwise, I don't get the boost. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. I would have never noticed that. I probably would have noticed it eventually. I'd be just confused why I'm not getting the boost, though. This song sucks. I'm gonna have to play this whole song, too. It seems like you have to like completely change your direction though for the boost to not count. Otherwise, it's pretty generous. A Bob Feaster, yeah. It could be a few different things. It could be a Bob Nightmare, a Bob Blood Queen, a Bob Feaster. It used to be that it could only be Clown and Hellenberg, and sometimes Gamekeeper. I didn't know that. That's a pretty cool thing to know about. This character. I mean, it feels kind of stupid. I don't know why they would even implement that. It feels like just a minor inconvenience just to put that in. Because like really, as long as you can still change your direction in between the notes, and then it will still apply. You just can't change your direction right as you hit a note. Otherwise, you're not gonna get the boost. Whatever. Oh, anyway, yeah, that Moonlit window. I guess I'll show it why it's so bad. It's a really huge oversight on the devs' part. It's clear they don't know how kiting works in this game, or how routes work at all. Why does the music never work? What's up with the music? But yeah, that window is so bad. It's like they didn't fix that area of the map at all. It didn't fix anything. Okay, for starters, even if that window was good, it's too far away from the actual good kiting routes. And on top of that, let's say you don't have any other option. Let's say all those powder areas are somehow broken, and that window really is your only option. It's not even a good window in and of itself. I mean, look at this. This is completely wrong. The way this window should be is that it should be opposite. Leave the wall here, but just take this whole wall and just put it here. Just put it here, and now that way when we use this palette or this palette, we'll have a window perfectly on route. And on top of that, it's not going to be easy for the hunter to go around. Because look at there's two problems. First of all, it's not on route. All right, so you have to go all the way on the side. All right. And here's the second problem. They put the flat wall on this side, the side that the hunter's already on. I talked about this in my T-wall areas guide. You don't want the hunter to be on this side of the wall, otherwise you're gonna die. Like I think I said it before. I showed in my T-wall how to kite at the T-wall areas. You don't want to be ever in a situation where you're vaulting this window and hunter's on this side of the wall, because then it's too easy to get hit on. And not necessarily with the basic hit, just with the ability in and of itself. So not only is this not on route, but because it's not on route, the hunter's already going to be on the side because you had to take such an awkward line to it, and the line is so awkward that they're already on the side of the window. You want the hunter to be. Best case scenario is, let's say somehow you get the hunter on this side of the map. Now this window is good. If you somehow manage to run a route like this, let's say you ignore these spots completely, and you just kept running straight here, and then you use this window, yeah, that's really good. Now this is actually a pretty decent window, because look at this. Now they have to go all the way around. It's still not that good, because honestly, if the hunter's coming from at you like this, they're pretty much right over here where they can easily go around, just as easily. But at least it's better than this. At least it's better than them already doing this and then just hitting you that way. All right, at least that's better. But look at this. This is never going to happen. You're never going to be in this kind of situation. Here's my second question. Why not put the window, instead of putting the window there, there's so many ways this window could be done better. Either take this whole wall, copy and paste it, delete that side, and put it on this side. Heck, if you really want to, leave both these windows up. No, that would be too broken. Either that, or you take this wall, delete that whole area over there, because honestly, it's pointless right now. You take this wall, shove it closer to this side, and then put a window here. So now, this is a good example of a window. Because now when you kite, the survivor can take a shortcut through the window, but as a hunter, you have to go around the long side and then go over here. Assuming this wall would be moved and this wall would be more over here, that would be a good example of a window. Because it's already... Why did I accept that? There's no rank. No TVA. No TVA. There's no 5v5. That would be a good example of actual good map building by the devs. Their goal is to try to make this map better, alright? We need to keep that in mind. What's the devs' goal? The devs' goal is to try to make this map better and easier for kiters to kite at when it's not at first or fourth stop. They nerfed first stop and fourth stop because of acrobat and patience, because it's too good. But they want to make the rest of the areas better. And they just don't know how to do it. Honestly, it's not just that. Honestly, this area could use a third palette and just completely toss out this whole window idea, and you could just put a third palette here and a little bit of a wall here. That would also be good. That way this area is not such a dead end, dead zone trying to cross this bridge. Because these palettes are they're a little bit too far away to get consistently good value out of. But yeah. You could have added a palette to the other wall. So you're saying around the... Honestly, that would be a cool idea. Again, it's kind of off the route, but it would actually make it... It would create a new route, and then it would become on route. You're right, because now that pallet would be kind of good. Well, assuming they can't go around it. Man, if they can't go around that wall... Let's say they extend that wall a little bit closer to the edge of the map and then add a pallet. That would actually be kind of busted. Again, it would be hard to reach. Technically. But once you reach it, there's no way the hunter can go around. Like, they could try the window, I guess, but then you're gonna go back to the pallet and keep vaulting the pallet that way. So yeah, the new window just sucks. I guess I'm gonna talk about a little bit about these other pallet areas they added, because I don't think I talked about it on stream yet. This is almost useless. This has the exact same problem that the one that the other gate does. This pallet should not be connected to the wall here. This is another example of bad map building from the devs. You see, in the other case, if they put a pallet next to the wall, that's fine. Next, let's say we go over there to the new window and they put a pallet all the way on the left of that window instead, so that you can either choose the window that's closer or the pallet that's all the way hugged to the side of the map. That's good, because not only can the hunter not go around the edge of the map, because obviously it's the edge of the map, they can't go around the other side either, because best case there's a window, otherwise the wall is too long, so they have to break the pallet. This, though, you drop this pallet, they go around it, and here's the thing, some pallets it's okay. Like, there are pallets on hospital I'll drop, and I know they're going to go around it. But that's okay, because I know I'm going to make it to an even stronger area. This pallet doesn't lead you to a strong area. You could keep walking forward, and you're still going to take a hit. Because here's the thing, you're not going to be able to go over here, because the hunter's already going around from this side. So this is not an option anymore. So your best option is to go here, keep going here. And going right, this is another example. This is another reason. Sometimes making a pallet on the side of the wall like this, on the edge of the map, works against you as Survivor. It works against hunters sometimes, but usually it works against you as Survivor more often. Because now the hunter can go around, but you can't go around. So your only option is to just keep running forward. I mean, either that or you stay at the pallet and you get in a vaulting mind game. That's just death at that point. So that's the only reason this pallet exists now is to get a boost out of it. I'll say this. At least this pallet is closer to the gate than the other one, because the other one is too far away to get a boost from. Even if you do get a boost, where are you gonna go? It's a dead zone. There's nothing there. At least when you get this pallet is way better even though this pallet sucks. If you use it for a boost, it does a lot of things better. First of all, it's closer, so you can actually reach it. And when you do reach it, you're not that far from the next window. Now, granted, this next window also sucks. But the point is to just survive a little bit, just so your teammates can reach the gates at this stage of the game. So it's fine. It's fine. The other pallet is not fine. First of all, it's too far to reach, and even if you do reach it, where are you going to go? You're going to have to anyway go to the pallets that are on the hunter's side. So you end up getting cut off. What else did they change about this map? This kiting area is god-awful. This is god-awful. Like, let's say you're using these pallets, and then you transition to this pallet. What are you going to do? You can't go to the bridge, because they can easily walk on the side here. This pallet area would actually not be as bad if they just put a wall here. Because now the hunter is forced to go all the way around here. Now, again, it's not great, because this wall's at an angle, meaning when the hunter goes around, they're not getting cut off by that much. It's pretty easy for them to go around either side right now. So really, if you want to buff this area correctly, you should block this off so they can't easily cut you off like this way. I mean, you guys saw what the witching was doing to me last game. This area sucked. It was so easy for him to go around. Like, I knew if I stay there, I'm just gonna die. I mean, at this point, this pallet is better. And this pallet has shorter walls. How come this pallet is better? Because the walls are straight. They're not on an angle. When they're at an angle, look at how easy it is to just walk around. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's god-awful. It is so god-awful. The buffs they added to this map are actually complete jokes. What else did they add to this map? This is more of a nerf. Every once in a while, it'll be at your advantage. But it's mostly a nerf, because if the hunter's ever coming from here and you're trying to do gate, they'll take a shortcut here. So that'll be annoying. If you're ever kiting in this area and you choose to go around here, let's say the hunter broke the pallet from this side, right? And then that's when you transition. This is a very common route I use on Moonlit. I'll drop this pallet from this side. The hunter will break it from this side. And okay, imagine my leech is the hunter. Right, and I'm trying to break this pallet. As they're breaking it, I go over here and I run off over here. And this is actually a good route because even if they go around, let's say after they break the pallet, they go here. This is a fine route because this roller coaster is still blocking them. So they're not entirely able to cut me off. So then I'm able to reach... Wait, what? Wait, this exists? Oh, hold up. I did not know about this. When did they add this? Wait, what? Wait, they did not mention that. When was that added? That was not... No way. No, that was not there. That was not there when I was looking at this map 2 weeks ago. What? Is this... Hold up. Is this in the balance change? That was not there. That was not there with the update. That was not there. Composer, deduction quest. It doesn't say anything. Was it last week? I swear that was not there. With the original Moonlit update, I swear that wasn't there. How slow did they nerf roller coaster? It's 4 seconds. Yes, they did nerf it. They did 3 nerfs to it. The first nerf is that I actually can't ride it as Dreamwitch, but the first nerf is that when you use the roller coaster, I kind of need to readjust myself here so I can show you that, just so the leech doesn't like fall out the roller coaster. Yes, the leech does fall out the roller coaster if you're too far. When you use the roller coaster, this part is still the same speed. But when the roller coaster ends, 2 things happen. It's a 33-second cooldown for the next one, and you get a 15% movement speed nerf for 5 seconds. It applies to both hunters and survivors, which is why I'm able to show it to you as hunter. But survivors also get it, not just hunter. So this cooldown is 33 seconds. I'll tell you why I think they did that. Every time you use the roller coaster, it's 33 seconds. I think they did it to nerf this exact strategy. You take the roller coaster, or you get off, you go over here, you go all the way over here. And because the hunter is so far away, you can just waste all this time just running out in the open. Then you go over here. And finally, around this part, when you reach these stairs, you'll finally see the red light around this part. You go up here, you stand over here. I know that I can reach this window, the roller coaster, as long as they don't try to like play me and go at the bottom of the stairs and like try to fool me into vaulting and they're already at the bottom. I will still sit here and wait for the red light, then I'll vault it. I'll get a little bit of a window boost. A lot of it is going to be wasted falling, but I'll vault the window. They'll be slowed down by the window. They'll be slowed down from the fall a little bit. And then they're not going to be able to make it to me before I reach the roller coaster again and get on. That whole exchange takes about 25, 30-ish seconds, I think. I didn't test it. But I'm pretty sure the idea of this nerf is so that you can't do that strategy anymore. So that you gotta kite somewhere else in the meantime. You also saw there that you get a negative 15% movement speed nerf. So that's another thing that's gonna slow you down. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. You'll still be able to do the same strategy. The idea is that it's not as detrimental for the hunter. And this is the third nerf. When you're going from the second station to the third station, again, I have to move over here, otherwise my leech is gonna fall out. When you move from the second to the third station, it's 4 seconds longer. So you're going to see how long this is. This is way longer now. In the past, this used to be like almost instant. Now it's 4 seconds longer. It's not 4 seconds. It's 4 seconds longer. Again, you saw right here, I'm moving 50% slower because of the roller coaster. They even added a new icon for it. I don't really get to see the art for that. But anyway, I did not see this. Was I really this blind? There's no way. I mean, I was looking at this area. This must be new. This must have not been part of the update. Okay, but anyway, I guess I'll talk about this area for a little bit, since I see they added a pallet here. We gotta talk a little bit about, I guess, why they added it. How are you supposed to use it? So let's look at this a little bit. By itself, this is not a good pallet. You're not gonna be able to really reach anything. Because if you drop it from this side, okay, first we got to think about what side you're dropping from. What situation would you want to be in to drop this pallet and still being good? If you're ever coming from this direction, and the hunters are also coming from this direction, this pallet sucks. Because you're gonna be trying to use it when they're already on the side like this. Alright, and that really sucks, because now you're gonna be in a vaulting mine. The good news is that you can at least go around, but by then it's probably gonna be too late. Because like what's gonna happen? You're gonna go around and then what? Now they're on an even shorter side of the wall. So I feel like the best thing you can do here is you drop it immediately before they can reach this wall and then get you in a vaulting mine game. You drop it and then you get on this side of the wall. And then you see which side they go on. So that no matter which side they go on, you can go on the opposite and then use these pallets. By itself, it's not a great pallet. What if you get teleported on? Whenever I get teleported on, I'm still able to reach this pallet right here. I think, right? Yeah, I'm always able to. It depends on the hunter, but usually I'm able to. Now, here's the thing. Now when we're coming from this angle, if you're coming from the gate, or you're coming from the... This is why I was so surprised when I was doing my route here. What I was trying to say is when you're doing this route, you then go over here to these pallets, and the reason that route is not as good anymore is because now the hunter can kind of cut you off like this. And I've actually had that happen to me once. Granted, it was a Wu Chang, so I couldn't really go past the umbrella. But when I tried going backwards, I realized, wait a second, you can also drop down now. And I was at the bottom, he was on the roller coaster here, so he kind of had me checkmated. I guess maybe I just didn't notice this pallet was here, but if the pallet was there, I should have done that. I should have gone over here, because he dropped the umbrella like somewhere here. But anyway, let's say you're coming from this side. Let's say you're cutting from here, or you're coming from the gate. Your gate just got teleport on. Or honestly, now this is actually doable. I still wouldn't recommend it now that, because the thing is now both hunters and survivors take almost the same amount of time to drop. Like hunter is slightly longer, I guess. Like look at how fast this is. This used to take like 1.5 seconds. Now it's like half a second. They really nerfed it for hunters, so that hunters take way less time. I'm recovering from that. But anyway, I guess if you're ever coming from this area, from this direction, or you're coming from the gate, you can drop this, and now, look at how much better this area is now if you get the hunter on this angle. Because now, you got them at an angle where, like, they could either go right, but then you have plenty of time to go the opposite direction, or they can go left, and if they go left, that's even worse, because now you're letting them go over here to these pallets. So if you're ever using a route like that, I guess this route does become better overall. Because now you don't have to take such a tight line. Because I will say, this route was always a little bit sketchy, but it is the best route that I noticed. It's always a little bit sketchy because this wall's kind of blocking you, so you kind of have to go around it first while the hunter's breaking that pallet. Then you have this tree blocking you, so you can have that. Then the hunter is kind of cutting you off a little bit because they're not going to walk through here if they're smart. They're going to walk here. But you'll still make it to this pallet over here that I'm talking about. It would just always be a little bit sketchy because then they're close enough to get a good ability hit on you. But now you have this pallet to work with, so in that case it would actually be pretty decent. Again, I gotta give it some tests. It won't be good against every hunter, and it won't be good in every situation, but I did not know about that. So that's actually, I will say that's actually a pretty good change. Alright, in this area, I forgot. I have not... I actually forgot about this while I was kiting on Moonlit today. I think I was playing Composer here today and I kited here. I just forgot this area existed, and it's mostly because this area is too far away. This pallet is too far away. Like, don't get me wrong, this is not a terrible pallet. I do have a small complaint. This pallet should be more in the middle, because having it more to the right means that for starters, if you're coming from this direction, this pallet still sucks because now the hunter's already on the side, so they can easily mind game vault you. And second, this pallet is too far on the side of the map with nothing else. Like when you vault it from this side, like you're gonna get cut off. You're gonna try to go here, and then the hunter can just come over here from this side. Or if you drop it from this side, well then now it's actually better. Like you can go over here now. But it's still annoying because they can still come from this side still, so it doesn't really cost that much. I'm just not seeing when you would use this pallet is my problem. When would you use this? I guess you'd use it when you're off the chair. Again, like this is an example of a pallet that's good by itself. Doesn't really lead you anywhere after that though. Like it's fine by itself. Like this area is really annoying. This is annoying for the hunters to walk around. But there's a lot of problems with it. First of all, where are you going to go afterwards? Second of all, since you're kind of trapped here, you're very susceptible to the hunter ability. So this is not really that great of a palette. These areas really suck. The new areas that are supposed to be buffs really suck. Besides the one at the gate over there, and I guess the one by front gate, it's something. It's not great though. Yeah, those are the Moonlit changes. Not super great. They're supposed to help survivors. They don't really, because they don't really add to your routes. They're either completely entirely different routes or are used as like a last resort, which is really bad if that's a last resort. Anytime you have to use a last resort route, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. Really, it's just, it doesn't add a lot. Now, a long time ago, you guys, all the OGs will remember this. This area used to suck. These barrels used to not be here, so you used to be able to go around. Like these benches also a little bit weren't here. It used to be so easy to go around this pallet. They buffed it. This helped the map a ton. This area alone. You can still go around here, but then you just prioritize this pallet now. Is the difference. Oh, over here, this window used to... Well, these two windows used to exist. It's just this wall over here didn't exist. So it was really bad. This window was really bad. Because now, currently, the only way the hunter can... This is an example of like a really good window. An example of a good window placement from the devs. When they made this window, this area used to not... This wall used to not be here. Them adding that wall made the huge difference. Because now, when you come from the tent... From specifically this angle, and you vault this window, hunter can't go right. But if they go left, look at how long it takes for them to go around it. This is an example of a good window. But it can also be used poorly by survivors. This is also an example of like a good window that you can use well, but survivors may not know how to use it, so it'll look bad. An example of it looking bad is if you come from this direction and then you try using this window. Since the hunter's already on the side of this wall, it doesn't really do anything. It would actually be better to use this window instead if you don't have any more distance. If you do have extra distance, at that point you should just go around this wall, get them on the long side of the wall, get them to go around, and then vault it, and now you got them at a good angle for this window. It's all about logic. It's all about just making sure the hunter can't go around easily on either side. That is the key to routes. That's how I make my routes. Just make it as annoying as possible for the hunter. Just don't give them good options. Like no matter the hunters usually have 2 options. 3 options. The first option is break it. The second option is go left. The third option is go right. The idea is to, if it's a window, their options are either go left, right, or take the window. Because of the way I run to the window, I make it so that vaulting is the best option for the hunter, which is actually really, really bad because now I know for a fact they can't use their abilities, which gives me free reign to do whatever I want while they're busy vaulting that. Plus, you get a whole boost out of it. Sometimes, if you get them at a really... this doesn't often happen, but if you can ever manage to come from the back of tent... Like, this will happen every once in a while. I'll come from the back of tent, and I'll purposefully not go straight to vault the window. I'll purposefully go around this side. Because I'm setting myself up to go to tent again. So that way they follow me. I vault the window, I get a boost, I go straight back into 10 if they ignore the pallet from earlier. This happens quite a lot, actually. I'd be decoding here at 10. I don't drop any pallets. Alright, I personally don't drop any pallets when I'm decoding here. Why? It's because I want to save these pallets for later, because I have tons of distance. Like, when I get a harpy here, like, this is usually where the hunter's coming from, if I ever get a harpy. They're either coming from this hole, or they're coming from the other one. They only come from the other one if they got the broken carousel spawn. The other spawn is over here by working carousel, so they'll almost always come from here. Dropping a pallet here is pointless, because they're already coming from a side that they're going to easily be able to go around. Like, if I drop either of these pallets, if I drop that one, they'll either go around it, or even worse, they'll break it, so I can't reuse this area anymore. Or they'll just go around from this side if I drop this pallet. So at that point, they'll just avoid the pallet entirely. It's too easy. And here's the second reason why I don't drop the pallet. I already have tons of distance. You don't need to drop pallets when you already have tons of distance, because what happens when you have a lot of distance? Now, when you go around this corner, you no longer know for sure if the hunter's going around this hole or if they kept following you. On top of that, the hunter knows that. They know that if you're a smart survivor, you're not going to want to move anymore after you go here. They know a good survivor is going to sit here to see which direction the hunter is going to go. I do this all the time. Right? I'll wait here and I'll see which direction they're going. Are they trying to fake me out, or do they keep following me? A good hunter knows that. And they'll know that while I'm waiting there, if I drop this pallet, that's a second reason for them to break it, because they know I'm just sitting there doing nothing. They know I'm just waiting there, waiting for their move. So that gives them a chance to break the pallet, so I can't reuse this area. I see people drop these pallets early on. It's a huge mistake. It's huge. The only reason it's okay to drop these pallets is to drop this one and come from this cipher to vault it from this side. Why would you ever do that? You guys might be wondering. If you're getting teleport on, that's amazing to do. Heck, even drop the second one as well. Because if you get teleport on, that is the one time you want to have this pallet dropped early. Otherwise, if the hunter's coming from this side, you're going to have so much time to work with, you don't need this extra resources being lost. So then you go around here, you wait for their move, you see what side they're coming from, then you see what side they're going from. Assuming they're following you, you go over here, you come around this side of the wall on purpose, so now you set yourself up for a boost. Again, wait for the red light. If not, then they're smart for preventing you from going to 10. But they're also shooting themselves in the foot, because now they're not really progressing, they're just putting themselves behind walls again. But assuming they follow you, you vault this, you get a window boost, you go back in tent, now you drop the pallet, you do the whole thing again. That's why this area became so good. This area used to not have this wall here, and this area used to not have this window pallet. This window pallet is not good. Why would you ever use it when this window is so amazing? There's no point. You have to study, Clem. Thanks for the stream and bye to Hook Pack. You have to study. Alright. I understand you guys gotta study real life stuff, you know, no one's got time for studying in real like video game stuff. But yeah, all this update really sucked for survivors. The areas they try to buff, they don't really add anything. Same applies to Lakeside. Same thing applies to Lakeside. Oh, by the way, I guess I should say, that area used to have 2 pallets over there in the back of tent. It was so bad. You might still be able to see it. Did they update it? Did they finally update it? Oh, they did update it. It used to be that in the corner of 10 in the top left, there would be these 2 walls. And they would be small walls. They wouldn't be tall walls. They would be like the barrels that you see around Moonlit. Like the same ones you see out like on the right side of tent right there. They would just be 2 parallel pallets. And it was so bad because even if you reach them, it's so easy to go around and then you have nothing. It's an example of like a bad pallet and nothing to follow up on. So no one would use that area. And this wall on the on the right side of this window that I'm talking about that's so good, that wall used to not be there. So that window was garbage. It was the complete opposite. Because the problem with it is that when they go on that side, it was too easy. It was too easy to go around. You need it to be difficult to go around both sides for a window to be good. Which is why the second window, by the good window, I don't talk about. But you see, there's 3 windows here, but only the middle one is good. Because the other 2, it's too easy to go around from one of the sides. Like, it's hard to go around one side, too easy to go around the other side, which is why it's not a good window. Unless you get them from a specific angle, which, again, that angle does not exist because you never come from that kind of angle when you use these areas. But yeah, anyway. I guess if you drop that pallet over there, you drop the pallet closer to the... You guys see those 2 pallets like near the 3rd station? You drop the one that's connected to the tall walls, but the one that's further away from the 3rd station, but still connected to the one that's closer to the 3rd station. You drop that one on that side, and then you vault the window, leading to the good window. But then the good one was not good because you took it from that kind of angle. I usually just go around it and then take the good window. That's usually better because it's too easy to go around the first one. Unless you don't have the space. Then I take the first one for the boost. Then I go around the good window to get them in the good position. It's really confusing. I don't think it's that confusing. I hate how you can't cancel. I meant to do single. I can't even leave. I guess it's not a big deal. I guess I can show you guys Lakeside. Lakeside changes are so bad as well. I guess they're not that bad. They're not that bad. Like the one by Frunkit is a good change. The ship change doesn't do anything. Okay, I don't know if you saw, but they actually added a second hole to the ship. I should have picked Dream Wish. Oh my god, I'm playing such a slow hunter. Oh, I'm invisible. That's funny. My name is just floating. It's just walking around. I'm walking and it's not even showing me. That's good. If you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, you guys can join the Discord in the main chat. Alright, this is the hole that I'm talking about. There is 2 pallets over there by the front gate. Those are good additions, because it makes the first... That first one, the pallet that existed there was bad because there wasn't any second pallet to follow up with. Now there is. Problem is you have to make sure you drop it on the correct side so that it's not easy for the hunter to go around. I want to talk about this area, because this area really sucks. If anything, this is a nerf to Priestess, than a buff to all other strikes. It's supposed to help other survivors, but it doesn't really. I feel like it's supposed to help hunters more often, because how many times... Guys, think about it. How many times are you kiting at this area, and the hunter breaks the pallet from exactly this side, and then you're able to walk over here, and then you're able to walk over here and reach this hole? For starters, you have nothing here that's super great. Like, you have this pallet that's super easy to go around. Like, they'll walk over here. Like, it'll buy you 1 second of, like, half a second maybe. Than they otherwise... But, like, you waste that half a second just dropping the pallet is the problem. And on top of that, while they're breaking the pallet, they can clearly see you going to the left. And then the hunter's just gonna... Like, they'll see you going to the left over there while they're breaking it. So then they'll know you're trying to go for ship. They'll just go backwards and do this. And then they'll cut you off like that. If anything, here's a third problem. You drop this pallet, and now what? You try going for this window, but then what was the point of dropping this pallet? Because now it's actually better for the hunter to come from this side to stop you from going to the window. So if anything, you don't want to drop this pallet because it just slows you down if you're trying to go for this window. Again, this window is good if you get the hunter on the certain side. Like, if you're ever coming from this side of the map and you try using this window, that window is garbage. Don't use that window. Use this one instead, because look at this. If they go right or if they go left, they're losing time on you. On the other hand, when you're going down these stairs, this window is amazing. Because they either go left or right, they don't gain anything. They have to vault it. Same thing with these stairs. If they come from this side of the stairs... Okay, this man's just phasing through me. If they come from this side of the stairs... If you come from this side of the stairs, again, this window is amazing. This is, seriously becomes one of the best windows in the game. But... Otherwise, like, when are you ever gonna come from the window from this angle without getting hit stuff? If anything, this is a buff for hunters, because if the hunter's ever on this side of the map and they see the Cypher at big boat shaking, now they can come from here. And it's just way faster that way for them to reach you. Man. This place sucks. Can the pallet be set up for a speed boost? Yes, it could be. But the reason I don't really mention it is because it doesn't gain you a whole lot. Like, where are you going to take it? To the window upstairs? That window upstairs isn't that great. It's really not that great. Again, it's good in the right circumstance. But in that case, you had to commit a pallet boost for a window that doesn't really take you anywhere that great. Like, you vault the window, what are you going to do next? Go to this window, I guess. But at that point, you had to waste so much time just trying to get there that you're not going to have the space to do that. That's my problem with this area. It'll be all of your problems too, trust me. If you somehow, some way, get to this hole without getting hit, look at how much time you're going to have to spend walking. Like, you're going to commit a boost, I guess. So by the time you reach it, like, maybe Hunter will be right here when you finally reach this pallet and get a boost. You vault the boost, you'll get up the stairs. By the time you reach the window, the Hunter's gonna be like right here, I guess. And then they'll vault it. You're gonna have to waste a window vault, half of the window vault just falling. And then, like, you're stuck with this window. Now again, I did say this window is good if you come from this angle. But this is more of a last resort type of window. Like, it's good. Seer just crawled out. It's good, but it's only good if it's your last option. Because the problem is, the area behind the window is kind of really narrow, so anything like Feaster Tentacle, Witching Umbrella, if he drops on the other side, Sculptor statues, because regardless of whether there's a basement there or not, it's going to bounce off. So that gets really bad. Any hunter really with abilities to hit you through the wall is really bad there, because you have no space to move. So hopefully it's something like Lizard. I mean, when it's Lizard, it's broken. It's just as good as the other window at that point. But yeah, it's just because it's literally just because it's a hunter that can't do anything about it. That's why. I didn't know if that Seer was gonna be smart enough to crawl out. I was like thinking, is he smart enough? But yeah, guys, I think that I've done enough talking to you today. Guys, if you enjoyed the stream, check out another one of my streams. I stream every Monday and Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Next time we play on Thursday, we're gonna do Composer, and we're gonna do Composer rank. And I'm gonna keep playing Composer. Try to get really good with the notes so that when I talk, I'm not really missing as much. But yeah, we're gonna roll these dice, and I don't think I got a sphere. I think I'm too far away. Yeah. All right, guys. With that being said, today was a good day. Let's see how many wins I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wins, 4 ties, and no losses. Pretty good considering how the session usually goes. It's usually flipped around. 0 wins, 4 ties, 7 losses. I'm exaggerating here a little bit, but you guys get the idea. If you guys enjoyed the stream, go check out my other streams. It's in the playlist. It's in the description below. You'll find a playlist to all my streams, ranging from this stream to the stream I did all the way back in 2019, back when I felt shy talking to myself to a wall, which is what I'm doing right now. But guys, thank you all so much for watching your time, spending your time with us here today. I will see you all later. Take care, guys. This has been Psyche. See you guys. Oh, I should pick something. What did I wear before? What was I wearing before? Okay, that one. Alright, guys. Take care. This has been Psyche. Peace.